Big slashes for the Miami Dolphins on President's Day as the team moved to release 4 players, including wide receiver Tyreek Hill, a significant cap cut that will save them over $20 million. Hill took to social media to thank the city of Miami for his time there and vowed this would not be the end of his NFL career. Quote, "The cheetah will be back." The Dolphins are also reportedly looking for a trade partner for quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. The Cleveland Browns are hiring Falcons passing game coordinator Mike Rutenberg to their defensive coordinator position to replace Jim Schwartz. First time for everything, American bobsledder Ilana Myers-Taylor at age 41 has claimed her first ever gold medal in the Olympic Games, the oldest woman Olympian from America to medal at the Games. At Milano Cortina, she took home gold in the monobob. American Kaylee Humphreys took home the bronze. U.S. women's ice hockey defeated Sweden 5-0. I'm Chris Perfett.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, ack.
Enter, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yo. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's right. It is the Odd Couple. And that password,
What does it do?
it means you have access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not
3,
3, not 4,
not 5,
not
not 6,
not
not
7.
7. I really mean it.
And when I say that, I really believe it.
Thank you,
I'm
LeBron.
not just
No
up
doubt.
here
Appreciate it.
blowing
I
smoke at
appreciate
90s
that.
fans.
Thank you.
Because that's not what I'm about.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83, and of course now live on YouTube.
Blanket, we'll do it live. We'll
Thank
do
you.
it. I'll write it. We'll do it live.
Thank you, Bill. That's right.
Do it.
Say my name.
That's right. Come true.
Rob Parker.
You get an extended version.
I know. Say his
Yeah.
name.
Kelvin
Kelvin
Washington.
Washington. And we are indeed the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday.
Oh.
And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Aaron Maller. Sorry. Ben Maller. You know what? New year,
Ben
new me.
Maller,
New year,
there you
new
go.
me. Ben Maller.
Ryan, we're already in trouble. Why is he
Yeah.
talking about somebody's wife, trying to get me in trouble?
Ryan, don't listen.
Ryan.
Did you turn a new leaf this weekend?
Yes, I'm not talking about anybody's wife, no pictures, not asking for anybody to bake me a cake.
How long does this last?
1 week.
Okay.
At least I'm honest.
Yeah, I do
All
appreciate
right,
the honesty.
write it down.
Yeah.
Committed to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, that's 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, guess what? It's your own fault.
to
That's
turn
right.
down the radio.
Thank you, no doubt. And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, tough, because.
Station.
And with that said, always remember.
Sweetie beady beady. Sweetie beady. Magic City Monday. It's your boys, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. And I got to say this, Kelvin
What's
Washington. Mark did a good job. Mark
He
doesn't
did.
do our show all the time. We got a lot of elements. It's not that easy.
Give yourself a round of applause, Mark.
the engineer. So that was
Yeah.
really good. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
How you making
Give it up
out?
for the drummer.
Are you waterlogged?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I know it is, dude. I surfed up in this thing. I mean, I was just holding on the back of somebody's car with a surfboard. It's definitely raining out here, going down, but feels good to be, Magic City Monday, back to it. We got
Yep.
a lot to get to, man. A couple of good guests coming up, too.
Yeah, we
Good
got
show.
a lot of stuff to get to, no doubt about it. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Ryan is our producer. Rob G's off, of course. Mark is our engineer. Alex is off.
Well, Alex is out. You know, Mondays is his
Of
Sun's
course,
Out,
yeah,
Buns
he's
Out day.
always off.
When did Monday become the Sun's Out, Buns
I
Out?
don't know. He's always Monday. Yeah, is his day off.
Yeah.
At the update desk,
Chilling in the van, getting a tan.
USC Chris
Yo.
Perfett joining us. What's up, Chris? How are you? And of course, don't forget
What's that?
Elijah,
He ain't here today, though.
our social
Who?
media guru.
Who?
But we on the stream. I know we are, right?
Yeah, never heard of him.
I don't know.
Elijah, can you give me the monitor, please?
Yeah, we can't see the monitor.
You know we like to see ourselves. Come
Yeah,
on now.
I don't know if we
Sexy
can turn it
chocolate.
on.
There we go, right
There
there.
we go.
Look at all that. Woo. You acting like you had class today. You ain't have class.
No class, but I'm not.
That's
I
a
don't
nice
have-
color. What do you call it?
It's not pink all the way.
Salmon.
Right?
Is
Something
it
like
fuchsia?
That. Yeah, it's not
You
pink.
two tell us. Odd Mob.
Not pink.
YouTube
right?
is not. And if
It's
it
not-
was pink, so what?
No,
Say
no,
it with
no.
your chest.
No. But I'm just saying. I'm
That
not,
is salmon. My dad wears that all the
Yeah,
time. That is
salmon.
salmon.
That's what I said,
That's what I'm saying.
Salmon skin.
It's not like pink, but I just like, you know what got me?
What's
What made
that?
me? I just bought this.
Okay.
The pocket here.
What, you
It's
gonna
not-
put a pocket protector up in there?
No. It's just that it's not just another pullover with a zipper. The pocket,
Well, you know what? Can I ask one favor of you?
Yeah.
Just keep it as is.
No, I'm not gonna.
We
put
don't need no logos, no names.
Nothing's
Just
on it.
keep it as is. It's
Nah,
really
I'm
nice. I like the.
I'm gonna keep it just like this. What?
Look at that. With the nice G-Shock on. What I got on today? I ain't got on my G-Shock. Yoo-hoo.
That's it.
What's
Yeah.
her name?
Would you stop? All
I'm
right.
just saying.
We got a lot to
When
get
you get
to. Do
cute-
you want to do that?
I do want to real quick. Elijah, put the camera on me. Look at this. For those of you,
There you go.
you know I like it when I cover myself up. You know I want to see myself on
That's
camera.
unbelievable.
Look
yeah.
at that. So shout out to who did this?
My buddy Raphael in Richmond, Virginia.
Shout out to Raphael, man. This was our very first lunch, dinner, whatever you want to
Lunch,
call it.
yep.
The new odd couple. I'm trying to get the glare out. There we go. The new odd couple. This was my first day kind of meeting everybody and hang. I mean, I met everybody individually, but we all finally hung together. So it was a very great moment, man. This was the start of something.
All right, don't get all what you call it.
Thank you, man.
So what I did is I loved that picture so much.
Yeah, this is.
I went and had copies made for everybody on
Thank
the
you,
Odd
brother. I
Couple
appreciate
crew.
you,
So there
man.
you go. There's yours.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Alex, Rob G, and Elijah, you'll get yours when you guys come in the studio.
Yeah,
All right.
they made us there. Whoever, shout out to Raphael, made us look a little cuter than we really are in real life. Appreciate
Except
that.
for Rob G.
Yeah,
I'm
Rob G.
sorry. I'm just kidding. All right.
I don't know who
No,
that
no,
is.
no.
That ain't Rob G.
He too hip.
He too
right?
hip. Yeah, that ain't Rob G ain't that hip now. Settle down.
No doubt. All right, a lot to get to on this Magic City Monday.
Oh!
And I do want to say when it gets the cold weather sets in, we got a lot of rain here in Los
Yes.
Angeles all day.
Next few days.
Every day, aches and pains can linger, but Alev's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with the long-lasting body pain relief this winter. That's right. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. And I am an Aleve guy for sure. It
Yeah.
does work great.
I don't ever leave without it.
There you go.
I get it. I'm sorry.
Very nice.
All
Okay.
right. Look, I got a Vietnamese coffee in me today. I'm turned up, man.
Is that what's
Yeah.
it?
It's just, this is a coffee, but it's Vietnamese. So it's a little stronger and a little different taste to it. So I'm
I'm not gonna say it on air. I don't know what's in that.
text me later.
No, okay.
You said something. Ryan trying to keep your job.
Ryan, I know, Ryan. I know.
Well, that's your job for the next 3 hours, Ryan.
You got
Keep this man employed.
That's it. That's
I got to stay employed. I got too many kids to pay for.
What is it? The Prime Directive? Is that what it is like on Star Trek? The Prime Directive is to keep me employed for the next 5 years.
Oh, no, you got USC Chris ain't never thumbs up that fast. I thought he was Josh Hart. He was so excited.
Am I right? Is that what it is? The Prime Directive?
I am like the second of a generation of Trekkies. Like my aunt was a Trekkie, I'm a Trekkie. I love Star. Yeah,
you don't
that's
have
Prime
to
Directive.
convince
But you know-
me.
but-
The smile on, I've been knowing him for years, and I ain't never seen him smile that
But you
fast.
know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Just seriously,
Yeah.
I've been watching the 55-year like behind the scenes on Star Trek. I've been watching, and It's just weird. Lucille Ball is the one who saved Star Trek. Star Trek was not going to be made.
And people don't know that. It wasn't as highly rated as we thought it was.
Well, but Desilu production, whatever, and NBC didn't want to pay for the pilot. And they were like, we're not paying for it. And they paid for half. And Lucy had to come up with the money to pay for the other half. Yeah. And that's actually how Star Trek got produced in order to even be a show.
And they had to keep, and they tried to cancel it, as you know, and then they kept coming back because fans were like, nah. So, yeah, shout out to Star Trek. Shout out to USC Chris. My gosh, he was turned.
All right. He was turned, but everybody wasn't turned at the NBA
You better not.
All-Star Weekend.
You better not.
I'm just telling you.
Don't ruin my Vietnamese coffee high right now.
I mean, I don't know. This is one where it'll be great to hear from people. And we're going to hear from Timothy Parker, a reporter here in Los Angeles, who was there all weekend long. You saw the videos and the pictures, empty seats. I was there.
I do want to ask
Saturday.
you something. I need you to walk me through some of the stuff we saw outwardly since you were in. I do want you to walk me through some
Saturday, I was just shocked at there was nobody at the concession stands. Nope. And when I say nobody, I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Like, stunningly, could not believe how easy it was to get in.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't buy tickets. Like there were empty seats. There were lights
Folks
on every
seat. Folks were saying they outpriced.
Yeah, they outpriced
the average person. Usually there are corporate event type things.
But even people who have money, I just think, like they said, it's not star-studded. They don't, the reputation of it is it's going to be disappointing. No one's paying $1,000 to sit all the way at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Last year in San Francisco, there were empty seats. Same thing. Too expensive. People are like, I'm not paying $1,000 for a lousy basketball game or events, slam dunk contest with people we don't know. And then the 3-point winner is a guy who hasn't played a minute all year. Dame Dollar, right?
I'm not going to lie.
I mean, come on.
Not going to lie. All right, you tell me about your experience, and then I'm going to go.
Yeah, that was it. I'm going to say it was lukewarm at best. I really – and I've been covering the NBA since 1987, and I've been to a ton of All-Star games.
Right,
when it used to be the thing.
It was.
Everybody, even if you couldn't get in the game, you just wanted to be around it. The parties, in the hotels, you know what I mean? Just to be around it.
I'm going there, too, because you just touched on something.
But it didn't feel like that, and I'm going to say it's officially dead. I know a lot of people are like, oh, with a new format, they played a little harder.
Yeah.
Empty seats in San Francisco and now Los Angeles, bad look for the league.
All right, there's multiple ways to dissect this, right? There's just the entertainment value, like did you enjoy it? Then there's what you actually experienced, kind of the in the flesh, the monetary, the seeing it, who's in the venue part of it. So I'm going to speak as a fan of basketball who was going into, as we talked about the last few weeks, pretty pessimistically, just like So the bad thing I'm going to start with. The West Coast time and them having to bump everything for the what? The Winter Olympics.
Well, but that's NBC's big. It's only every
2 years of winter and then 2 years of summer. Right.
But it's a big deal that they're not going to move for even the NBA.
I get that, but that threw me off. So, for instance, you brought up Saturday.
No,
so Saturday
to
get a little alert on my phone that was talking about Damian Lillard won 3-point contest when I'm out with my daughter. And I said, what is this, a reminder from a few years ago? What is this?
It happened, right.
So I had to go back and look at that. Like, what the heck was that? So the big downside for me was that everything was so delayed or too early because of being on the West Coast and then, of course, the Olympics. That was the big downside for me. Other than that, I actually think this was as good as it can get, all things considered. Michael Jordan, Kobe, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Garnett, all that era, they ain't walking through this door. The pre-cell phone, pre-occupied, pre-distracted era, we can't go back. So this was as good as it can get, and specifically a couple of things. One, the 3-point contest, once I reviewed it and once, was able to look at it again, it was very competitive. Guys were locked in, and Devin Booker had a chance to win it, missed some shots, was upset that he missed some shots. So it was cool to see Damian Lillard come off the bench, ain't played all season, and win that. Dunk contest left some to be desired, but I appreciate the effort and the entertainment. My man who won was dancing and having a good time, but you're right. We still need a name or two in him. If it's 4 or 5 guys,
Yeah,
everybody
he was dancing, but he wasn't dunking. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. He dumped over E40, which was cool, but we still need a star, at
over
least one.
E40's height or stomach? Which one was it?
And that's the crazy part. E40 didn't slim down. He is maybe E30 now. He maybe not fully E40. Then I get to the game, Rob, and this was obviously the big thing Sunday. The format you and I have said for probably since the duration of me being on the show now, I wish it was just East versus West. Just, hey, play hard, East versus West. Boom.
Just play like that.
That's how I want it to be. But until we get to that point, I thought the format created some sense of urgency because you know it's only for this period. So they went in and they play hard. And the best thing happened to me. Protect Wemby at all costs. And we've been saying this, and I've been loud about this. He cares. He was sick he lost in the Olympics. France, they lost. He was sick, crying on the court. He plays both ends. They ask him. He said, when I'm healthy, I'm the best player in the NBA. And he comes out in this All-Star game. I told you I'm taking it serious. And from the jump, he was serious. And Edwards would end up being the MVP. And they asked him, what made you guys play hard?
He was shocked when they said.
He was shocked. Yeah, he was there like, and Edwards, oh, shoot, I'll take it. They asked him, shout out to Timothy Parker. He actually asked him about it. And he said, Wemby setting the tone. So the NBA got the best thing. You got the young guys who play great. You got Kawhi Leonard, who never, ever, ever cares about the spotlight, never cares about the moment.
He was at home and
he was at home. He put on a show, 31 of the 48 points, 11 for 13. You've never seen Kawhi embracing it and going through the legs like that and dunking on people.
But that made total sense being at home. You know what I mean? And the whole setting. Like,
and not to mention, what? Took some of that shine away from the conversation of the money. All you talked about was Kawhi. Man, he's a top 3 player when he's healthy. That's how everybody. He reminded everyone how good he was. Steve Ballmer's red in the face, going crazy. I think it worked out best for them. Best case scenario, they get on to the next round, the old heads, and they lose to the young guns, and it was perfect because you got Ant Edwards, Cade, you got Wemby, you got all these young guys saying we'll carry the league. Cooper Flagg couldn't even play because he's injured. So I think this was the best case for the NBA. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't 92, 93, or. It was the best case where you got the best from the older guys, you got the best from the world, and the young guys said, hey, we'll carry the league from here, and I hope it continues. But last point, somebody at work, I said, you watch it? He said, no, man, I really didn't have any interest, man, But apparently it was great. All my friends told me I missed it. And he said with anything the NBA would hope, he said, man, I definitely got to see it next year.
Well,
and they got some buzz back, and that's the best I can say.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit more. It's just the whole idea, because you just talked about those young guns, and people still didn't want to buy tickets. Like that. That's the scary part.
But you needed this week to make people go, okay, I can't miss it next year.
Yeah.
That's what you needed.
I just wonder.
Because I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like it should just be Wemby and Cade. I want to see those guys, and it wasn't that.
You needed
because that's
this year.
That's how much stink is on the NBA All-Star weekend. And I'm going to tell you, it was shocking to be in Los Angeles with so many empty seats.
And I'm mad they didn't let me go.
I know. You saw the picture.
I saw you sent the pic. I was mad about it.
In the press row? That was Saturday.
Nah, somebody about to have some smoke.
That was Saturday during the event.
Right.
That's why I took it and said, there's no room for
no
you.
room, and it was just rows of it. Yeah.
Rows.
Yeah, they missed out on that.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. The NBA All-Star Weekend. Was it a return to glory or a dud? We want to hear what you thought. 877-99 on Fox. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay America.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the Hall of Shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing.
Yeah, I don't know if this is breaking news because it's kind of been done for a few months now at this point, but it is official, like a referee with the whistle. Chris Paul has retired from the NBA after 21 seasons. He was famously sent home by the Los Angeles Clippers at the end of last year. because he was beefing with Ty Lue, wasn't speaking to him. They had just had enough to hear with him, so they sent him home. They traded him unceremoniously to the Raptors about a week and a half ago. The Raptors tried to reroute him. They couldn't, so they waived him, and then Chris Paul was like, you know what? Rather than hang on for whatever last 25 games of the season, let me just call it a career. CP3, the point guard, retired.
And, Kelvin, at this point, there's ways of going out 21 years in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And, we always talk about it. Is it good luck or good riddance? For Chris Paul, I think it's good riddance. Stuck around too long. The way he was dumped in a place that, this, Lob City, and he had all this love. He was coming back to go out a certain way, right, and have people feel good about him and all that. He lost that because of whatever shenanigans that he did with the Clippers to turn people off to him. And I'm just being honest. I've covered the league for a long time. We know what a player he is, but he rubbed people the wrong way along the way. And that's a long road, 21 NBA seasons. And what happens is people put up with a lot of stuff when you can play and make a difference, right? As soon as you can't do that, those days are over. People aren't going to put up with the rubbing people the wrong way, treating people a certain way or whatnot. And I think that's why the Clippers, the middle of the night, they had to fly in. Remember that, right? The middle of the night to tell him to pack his bags and get out of here. I mean, that speaks volumes, especially for a guy who played in the organization for a long time, had some success, put that organization with Lob City on the map in NBA America, and that's the way it ended. So that's on Chris Paul.
I put it like this. Chris Paul is, let's say he had 21 years. I'm going to split it up into 20. Let's say it's 10 and 10. He is the most interesting of his peers, if you will, in that LeBron, we already know. He's number 1, number 2, number 3, wherever you place him. But we already know his greatness. You already know his Steph. We already say greatest shooter of all time, one of the best players. Like, you kind of know Steph. He got a bunch of rings. You kind of know where he is, so on and so forth. Dwayne Wade's got a few rings. You kind of can place people in certain places. Chris Paul, the reason why Rob G just said point guard, because he was the first person we started to call the point guard, right? You had Magic.
I heard that a long time ago.
You had other great point guards. But he was the one we really started to say that with. He was the first 10 years, he couldn't have been more lovable, right? He's the small guy that's playing great in New Orleans. And in turn, Oklahoma City, because they had, the whole Hurricane Katrina, so on and so forth. Then he's the guy that comes to Lob City. And they're great, they're fun, they're entertaining, they're the sexy pick for a handful of seasons to win it all. He has one of the best campaigns for an athlete commercial-wise with the Cliff Paul and the State Farm. So he's that guy. He's perennial all-star. He's finishing in the top 3 for MVP a couple of times. And you're like, wow, he's that guy. One thing started to change when he and that Lob City team started to fail in the postseason, and not just fail like, we couldn't get it done, but collapse, right? They started to give up leads in series. They started to have epic choke jobs. Things started to change about him then. In the last 10 years, to your point, it went from lovable Chris and Cliff Paul, Lob Cities, commercials, one of the best passers in the league, one of the best players, to, man, do they choke. Man, he's always injured. Man, they always come up short. Man, he became a journeyman. Dang, he's a dirty player. Man, he doesn't get along with his teammates. I wonder why he's always leaving these places. And it's just been interesting to see the two split. Like I said, if you go the first 10 or so years and the last 10 or so years of Chris Paul, it has been remarkable to witness, and he's been spectacular. He ranks number 2 all time in both assists and steals. He's the first player with 20,000 points, 10,000 assists, and he's just had a very decorated career. But for me, to see him go from just loved and respected and one of the right up there with his peers and the LeBrons, the D Wades, those guys, KDs, to now kind of becoming an afterthought has been shocking to me. He was one of my favorite players to watch. He always made teams better, but there always, to your point, would be some weird riff with teams, it seemed, at the end. Like, it would start off good, they'd win, they'd be successful, then it would end badly. So I think as time gets away, we'll be more reflective on his career and how great he was. Fox Sports Radio. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the Magic City Money. What, Ryan? This could be Magic City. Different kind of Magic City. Please welcome to the stage. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. You can watch us live right now. You can see our ugly mugs thanks to Elijah. The Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Just search it there on YouTube. Find it, like it, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment away. Ryan's going to read some of the comments throughout the show. Ryan, get your best reading voice together. We're going to have you read some of the comments throughout the show. Timothy Parker is going to join us here in a little bit, talk some more about the All-Star game. Then coming up, we'll have Play of the Day, Shekel City as well. And a former colleague went a little crazy on the table, didn't he?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
If only his radio show was that passionate.
See, you just said
sorry.
New Year, New You.
I'm sorry.
You said you were lasting a week.
Sorry.
You lasted one segment.
Okay.
Dang it.
Sorry.
All right, we'll get to that in just a little bit.
All right.
877-99 on Fox, Rob. 877-99
Yes,
on Fox.
we're talking about the NBA All-Star Game. Dud, was it good? Are you back in? Are you still out? Where are you on this? Let's go to Johnny in Virginia. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Johnny? Thanks for being here on this President's Day, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, guys. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Wow. We appreciate you, Johnny.
No, appreciate you guys. This is what I think. I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm dangerously optimistic, and I've been talking back and forth with KD on his other burner account. And I got to tell you, there is a lot to want because it was a good start to the movie, but the end, I mean, I could blame so many players on this, but it looked like an Instagram workout by the end of the championship round. So I like the format, but you still got to get the players excited. My recommendation, if you're not in the top four by the time the All-Star game or the votes come in, you're not an All-Star. I mean, we've got to find a way to incentivize these guys to play hard. That's my take.
All right.
Yeah,
we appreciate that, no doubt.
No, they were gassed. The old heads were gassed at that point.
Jola in Dallas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jola?
What's going on, Rob? How y'all doing? What's up, Kelvin?
What's up, Jola? Doing good, brother.
Man,
Doing well.
Some All-Stars with the Super Bowl, man. I loved it.
Oh, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Yes, thank you.
We had a good time out there.
Guys. That snowstorm messed me up. I've been listening to more of Ben Mallard. My sleep rhythm was messed up, and now we back now.
All right. He said he was listening to Ben.
No, I heard him.
Oh.
I know.
We don't call him. We only call him Aaron Mallard.
I know. My goodness gracious.
See, that's another day. We're going to get to that another day.
All right.
Women, for sure. But no, man, hey, the All-Star game, the thing I always looking back at it, you remember when Shaq with that old school camera and the flip phones and stuff? That's when it was cool. But now everybody has an iPhone. We can all have, access to this information.
Mm-hmm.
And, back in the day, the All-Star game was to get everybody to see it because I lived in, Seattle, or if I lived in Florida or Maine or in, Nevada, and I couldn't see Dr. J and all them. But now it just turned into this type of kind of like a circus act. But what I saw, and the last time they really played hard was when, rest in peace, when Kobe passed away. Remember that? They put on the show that time.
Yeah.
And I really liked the way they played that time. But, it really took Wemby for them to play hard. And people like the youngsters like, Cade and Edwards and Wemby and them, they'll keep it going. But it's funny how, one thing I took away from it was how KD called out Jokic and Luka, and they kind of didn't even respond to that. It kind of showed if I was Jokic and I had a chance to put on, even LeBron played before Jokic, and he's kind of the one that started the look cool versus look cool during All-Star Week and not try your hardest. So that kind of showed me that Jokic and Luka, they not really dogs. Because if KD called me out like that, and I just went, the last 5 minutes.
They are who they are,
yeah,
man. We know that.
I get your point. I don't fully agree with they're not dogs. They're not from an era where
they're not
the
from
show
here
me.
either. I mean, it's just different, I think. Thanks, Joel. I appreciate that.
Because people act like, let's be real, Ryan. Jokic, it's going to be hard for him to play an all-star game. Like the style. It was like when Duncan was trying his best, but certain people aren't all-star, like the way they play, that it takes a little bit away from the game.
Let's squeeze another one in. We'll go to Chris, and then you guys stay on. We'll take more of your phone calls, so just hang on if we don't get to you first. Tim in the Inland Empire here in California, right here. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's happening? How are you, Tim?
What's up, guys? It's crazy.
a friend of mine left 3 All-Star tickets on his dash. It's crazy. He came back. His window was bashed in. There was 4 All-Star tickets on his dash.
Stop it.
It's crazy. You couldn't get the homeless to go into a dome to watch this game.
Hey.
It's incredible how they are killing the brand of NBA because honestly, this All-Star weekend was not that bad, but the brand is so tarnished that crowd. We're not spending $1,000 Super Bowl ticket money on a mediocre product. Like, who's doing that?
That's a good point, though. It wasn't the overall vibe, and Rob, you were out there a little bit. It was better than you thought it was. Me, I'm saying the average person kind of thought it would be, but we've rightfully so, justifiably so, have bashed it that it was like you would think it was the worst. But this was all right. Around town, it was all right. The buzz, you can feel the buzz the last couple of days.
All right. Hey, 877-99 on Fox. We'll take more of your phone calls on this NBA All-Star Weekend. Good? You're back in, or was it a dud to you? We'll do that, but first,
we're checking in with Chris Perfett. USC Chris.
That's right, guys.
A.K.A. Star Trek Chris.
Live long and prosper. What can I say? Dolphins making some big President's Day slashes here. Most notable among them, wide receiver Tyreek Hill, a move that's going to clear significant cap space up for the Dolphins, or over $20 million estimated. Hill took to social media to thank the city of Miami for his time there and said, quote, "The cheetah will be back," so he doesn't intend to end his NFL career anytime soon. 3 other players are being released, including outside linebacker Bradley Chubb, who isn't released yet, but is told he will be released at some point. The Dolphins are also reportedly looking for a trade partner for their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. The Cleveland Browns are hiring Falcons passing game coordinator Mike Rutenberg as their new defensive coordinator. The previous DC, Jim Schwartz, declared his departure from the organization after he was passed over for the head coaching vacancy that was filled by Todd Monken. First time for everything, the American bobsledder Alana Myers-Taylor, 41 years young, has claimed her first ever gold medal. She's medaled 5 times before, I believe, what we have here. 3 silver, 2 bronze, I believe, but never gold. And at 41 years, she becomes the oldest American to get her first-time gold medal at the Olympics. She won in the monobob. American Kaylee Humphries took home the bronze in the same event. U.S. women's ice hockey defeated Sweden 5-0. They will play Canada in the gold medal game for the 7th time in Olympic history. Men's college basketball in the latest AP men's poll, Michigan supplanted Arizona at number 1, claiming 60 of 61 first-place votes after their weekend drubbing of the UCLA Bruins. We've got a few live games on here on President's Day. Syracuse looking at a 11-point deficit there at Cameron Indoor Stadium against Duke, 28-17, the current score. Boston University with a 72-54 lead over Colgate, and Howard with a 35-16 lead over Delaware State. Back to the odd couple with Rob and Kelvin.
That might be all right. Mark, you might have to go full Alex. I need that drop. I need that drop ASAP. You hear him? Back to the old couple. Why you call us the old couple?
I did not. Well, one of you's old.
It was odd.
What? Why would you say that to Kelvin? He's not.
I am myself Unk. So
yeah.
Apparently.
Well, I am. I'm Unk.
I'm literally Unk. I have a nephew.
Yeah, I'm Unk. I'm Unk status. I'm okay with that too. Like some people have that
you
weird.
Live with
don't
that.
call me. It is what it is.
You gotta embrace
I'm a great
it.
uncle.
I'm gonna tell you.
Whoa.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm a great uncle.
Well, let me
great
do the
uncle
math.
already?
Okay.
Jesu.
Wait.
Really?
So you have older siblings?
My wife has older siblings.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Okay.
That makes it.
Either that or you're a vampire. You've been lying to me this whole time. I didn't
But
know
I'm
you
gonna
were
tell you
62.
something. I know you guys are young and all this.
If we're counting uncles, I'm a great uncle also. My older sister, my nephew, and he has a son now.
Right.
Okay. So you're a great uncle too,
I can
right?
hear
I'm
a
a great
bunch of
uncle,
dials from the Gen X or Gen Zs turning this off right now.
Yeah, no, they still got your boy. They
All
still
right.
got your boy.
Bene.
You know, I ain't great yet.
877-99 on Fox.
Somebody give me some beer dye.
NBA, where are you? Dud, the All-Star Weekend, or you're back in? Where are you? Jeff in Maine. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, guys, how we doing?
Doing great.
I kind of agree a little bit with that last call. I'm not going to say people are giving tickets away and not taking them, but I think a big part of this is the last few years, 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, the NBA has transitioned in such a way that the players with the load management and the not caring and they don't really seem like they try as much or give a damn until it gets to the playoffs. Then it really ramps up. They have to make an in-season tournament to get players excited for games that otherwise they wouldn't care about.
I think that's rubbing the fans over time the wrong way, which does suck because there's a lot of good young talent. Cooper Flag, obviously, stars, one of the youth. But I think there's going to be some time where they're going to have to really invest and change that perception, because perception for a lot of like the older people, the older crowd, is that it's hard to invest in something as a fan when you feel like people getting paid millions of dollars, and especially in recent years, tough economic times, don't care.
Yeah,
the perception is they don't care, and doesn't matter to them. So why should it matter to us?
Exactly. And Jeff, we just had back-to-back San Francisco and Los Angeles. Thanks for the call. Those are cities with money. We're not talking about Des Moines, Iowa. I'm just saying, you know what I mean, where people have loot in these places, and they decided, no, I'm going to take a hard pass. Like, they didn't want to be seen. They didn't want. It's President's Day. Barack Obama, Michelle, they were there, right?
Yes, we can.
They were there.
He was there having a time of his life. Why everything he do so smooth?
It was.
The ball rolled to him. Here you go. He threw the ball back. I'm like, everything he do is smooth, man. Some smooth brother.
Kevin in Culver City, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kev?
What's up, fellas? God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
There you go, Rob. Look at you. Boy, you're growing your angels. Your wings.
Email, man. I got these wings for you, man.
Okay.
I put my name in these streets.
Did you email me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got your wings hooked up with Keith. We're having a big thing tomorrow, Mardi Gras. You better come by. You and Kelvin after the show, man. Big Fat Tuesday party.
Yeah, Mardi Gras Tuesday?
I got you hooked up.
He talking about Mardi Gras Tuesday out there in the IE?
He said he's in Culver City.
Oh, Culver City?
Yep. Right there. Mardi Gras. I got you hooked up.
And guess what I got coming on the show? We got Harold and Bell coming on the TV show tomorrow.
Yeah. For the All-Star game, look, I've been to 3 of them. I went to the one in L.A., 2011, Vegas, Phoenix. This one, the playing was back. Back to Kobe Bryant, RP Kobe Bryant, since 2020 when they played hard. This game looked like a real regular season game. That stretch by Kawhi, I've never seen that in an All-Star game, where he was like, you can't guard me. I saw Wembanyama go full court to block a shot. Anthony Edwards saying, I love cooking LeBron and KD, Durant. Seeing your boy compete like that, just the competitive edge was back. It looked like a back-and-forth game. Don't let nobody tell you, they were dogging it like an Instagram game. No, the tournament format is good because it's like pick-up basketball. You play, you win, you stay on the court. You lose, you go off the court. So the players were really getting kind of like, they were getting competitive with it. And you could see the chip on their shoulder.
What about the dunk contest and the other stuff? I'm just curious.
We need Ant Edwards to get in there. Somebody got to make him.
Because on Saturday, Kev, there's nothing but empty seats there. People were not into it.
Flag. I want Anthony Edwards. I want Wembanyama doing a dunk contest next season.
Hold on, I don't know about Wemby. Well, Wemby might surprise you, actually.
All right, Kev. I'll get back in touch. Thank you. Kev lost wings to me.
He did. Do I want Wemby in the dunk contest?
Yeah, why not? One time.
One time. Dwight did it, and we were nervous because he's all tall, and he ended up winning it 3 times
Superman,
or whatever.
Yeah. All right, Andre in Massachusetts.
I like that. Cooper, Flag, Wemby, Ant, and some random person.
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, All-Star game, we saw improvement, marked improvement. Is the game back? Are we in the awesome 80s with Michael Jordan flying from the free throw line? No, we're not there yet. But at least there was a respect for those athletes that came before them, particularly in the awesome 80s, to restore this game. And they put forth effort, right? One of the quarters was decided by double digits. I believe the rest were close. One goes into overtime. There's effort. It's competitive, right? They at least played as hard as they do at that undisclosed gym in New York City, when they're preparing for the season. So it was watchable. It wasn't the layup lines that we've seen in years past with guys looking off into the distance like they don't want to be there. So that is positive. Is it fixed? No. And again, the Winter Olympics, being in effect, the game's not being in prime time, that didn't help either.
Yeah.
You're tuning in at 8 o'clock looking for the dunk contest. What the heck is going on?
That threw. I think a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dre, thanks for the call. I think a lot of people were thrown. I don't know how you pre-advertise that, but I will admit they missed.
It's the Winter Olympics, though.
No, I wasn't thinking about it. because you're so used to his point, all the Saturday activity starting at 5 p.m. here on the West, 8 on the East. That did throw everybody off.
You mean starting at 2?
Well, I'm saying you're used to it starting at 5 and 8.
Right.
Yeah. Then it was like 2. What? I'm out with my daughters. Damian Lillard won the what? Yeah. All right. We got Timothy Parker getting ready to join us here. He covered
the whole thing. So.
The whole weekend. You guys got to hang out a little bit as well. So we'll talk to him, get his thoughts on it. And he got to ask some questions to some of those players I thought were interesting answers. It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
Yesterday, we were on our way, but November came. Man, I wish it was yesterday.
According to The Athletic, if it is proven that the Los Angeles Clippers circumvented the NBA salary cap to get Kawhi Leonard extra money to come to their team, there are a number of penalties that could be coming their way. Number one, they could be fined up to $7.5 million. Number two, they could be stripped of future draft picks, which now they have some after trading away James Harden and Ivica Zubac. And last but not least, this I guess would be the biggest penalty of them all. They could void Kawhi Leonard's current contract, making him a free agent, and the Los Angeles Clippers would have no ability to re-sign him or bring him back to L.A. So guys, if we assume that this investigation leads to what we think it's going to lead to, that is that the Clippers did circumvent the salary cap to get Kawhi Leonard in 2019, what do you think should and would happen?
Well, Rob, I think they're going to have to find a way. If they're going to want to make this a big deal, then they're going to have to void his deal. They're going to have to throw the book. They're going to have to say, you know what? Kawhi Leonard is a Clipper because of said agreement back in the day when he became a Clipper. We're going to have to void that deal. Because if you're trying to really act like you care about it, fines ain't going to do it. Steve Ballmer is one of the richest people, not in America, the world. And saying, hey, $5 million, $7 million fine, that ain't worth it. That ain't going to do nothing because it's worth it. Ultimately, like if a team were to do this, Rob, and let's say, use another team for an example, and I get a championship out of this. Let's say in 2-3 years, somebody did this for Wemby. Hey, Wemby, we'll give you an extra $100 million over a few years because we'll do some commercials, we'll do some ads, and da-da-da-da-da. We'll circumvent the salary cap, find a way to give you $100 million. And then you find us guilty, but you say, hey, we're going to dock you $8 million and a couple picks. Yeah, it's worth it because I got Wemby for the next 7-8 years. So if they really care about this, if it's really a problem that they view it as it is, then they're going to have to throw the book at them. Otherwise, you know what we need? We just need to have the NBA be set up with no salary cap. Major League Soccer or soccer around the world, the Premier Leagues don't have one. You and I just talked about over the last few months, we've talked about how baseball doesn't have one and don't necessarily think they need one. I mean, maybe the NBA should start exploring that. It's a revenue-sharing league, and they might want to just explore that. Hey, what would it look like if we didn't have a salary cap? What would Steph Curry have looked like the last 10 years if he weren't capped at, 30 to 40 to $50 million, 60, whatever it is now? What would LeBron have looked like the last 10, 15 years? Because otherwise, it's absolutely worth the squeeze. That limit is worth the squeeze, Rob, if it's only going to be just a little bit of a fine, and I'm getting a said star player, right? If I'm getting the let's say Cooper Flagg becomes that guy. And all I'm going to get fined is a few $1 million to get Cooper Flagg for a decade. Sign me up. So if they really care, Rob, that's what you do to say you care. Otherwise, wink, they don't care.
Do you know what commissioner you're talking about? Seriously.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Right. I got carried away. I was talking about David Stern.
Yeah, he's gone. I hate to break it to you. He's
right.
He's long
right.
gone.
That's on your boy.
Okay.
That's on your boy.
I can't. Adam Silver is Charmin or a dry dude wipe. I mean, like, really. That's
funny. You are literally at this point, by the way, that's just
I'm the unofficial spokesman. Okay,
you're the official spokesman of Dude Wipe.
Well, I now get it into my conversation now. But you get my point, though, is I don't expect the book to be thrown at them. I don't. It would
be. Do you think, though? They should?
Well, I mean, it just depends because do I think the NBA is as harsh as it is, as Major League Baseball is on players. Like, you know what I mean? No.
Right.
We saw the Astros cheating scandal. Did they take the championship away or
still got
not
it? Nobody really got in trouble?
You know, the manager and the GM they lost their jobs, but nothing else changed. You know what I'm saying? I can't see it. I really can't. Like the death sentence or, oh my God, Kawhi's got to be a free agent. He can go to any team. He can't play for the Clippers under any circumstance. Here's a $100 million fine. We're going to let other owners know you can't circumvent the cap. You got to make such a harsh penalty, a death sentence, right, in order to get somebody to move. Because you just said it. He's one of the richest people in the world. How much money can you find him where it's going to hurt him? Or he can't find a way of recouping it or some other situation. Or
right.
Do you know what I mean? So I just – and the commissioner, everything rolls off his back. Like, all right.
Fox Sports Radio, it is the Odd Couple. Rod Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. We got Timothy Parker here. We'll talk to him in just a moment. But first, of course, we got to get to your tire rack play of the day.
Got the screen from LeBron. Switch with Towns. This is the matchup they want. 5 to shoot. Leonard, cross, step back, 3. He's got it! Straight cash for Kawhi.
This dude is unreal. Look at the fun guy being fun. Can you believe it? Kawhi Leonard actually having a great time. I'm a fun guy. I don't even know where you sitting. It was great to see him out there balling. 31 of the 48 points in that game. I think it was game 3 for him. That was your Tire Rack play of the day, brought to you by Tire Rack on NBC there. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be.
All right. Real quick. Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City. The
All
home
right.
base for
Hey,
Rob Parker's
as
Daily
we
Picks
know, no games, right?
against the
NBA's off, so there's no Shekel City today. I just want to reiterate.
What's that?
I'm 52-32 coming into when games start. So 20 games over 500, 52-32.
Did you just make us do Shekel City so you could tell people you're 20 games over?
Yes, I did.
Because I'm
going to be
Ryan,
off.
This is what I want. I want you to
I'm
never
going to be
change.
off a couple days, so when I come back, I don't want nobody to give me.
Okay.
I'm off
Look,
tomorrow.
I wrote
and
it down.
Wednesday.
Okay, 50, 52, and 32. Okay,
All right,
don't be making us do Shekel City to tell us you balling right now.
Yes, I'm balling.
Boy, I tell you.
I'll be making money. All right, let's
can
go.
we unrewind that? Where we were going right now. Timothy Parker, sports reporter out here in L.A., joining us now, friend of the show. T-Pizzle is what I call him. You were actually at all the NBA stuff happened this weekend. You and Rob, I was having Rod, we all have mutual friend Darren Haynes,
Yeah.
so I was just watching all you guys' stuff. Just your overall, just initial reaction to the weekend as a whole, and then if there's anything in particular you want to jump into.
I was covering it for BT, so I will say the NBA should be proud about this weekend. I think it restored the faith the fans used to have in All-Star Weekend. Now, it wasn't perfect. Saturday was mixed reviews, not only in attendance, but also the product we saw.
How shocked were you with how many empty seats? Like, this is Los Angeles. Like, you would think.
They should give them away. Like, it's a massive city.
If
Right.
the tickets were going for $700 for Upper Deck face value for the dunk contest, that's the reason why. I think
Yeah.
you priced yourself out in a city where you have a lot of other things to do.
Well, I just think that it was empty. They had empty seats in San Francisco last year. These are two big cities.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think, four of them biggest in the country.
I think that's scary that, seriously, if you're the NBA, you couldn't sell out that event. And I get it. But people aren't going to put that kind of money out, and especially because of the bad name that the game had.
That's the thing.
And that's what they needed to do. So Saturday, what do you think of those events, Saturday?
Well, the events themselves, they were not as good as they have been in the last few years. Obviously, the three-point contest, basically, it was one guy, Damian Lillard, coming off the bench basically to save the NBA.
He hadn't played all year.
And then the dunk contest, what are we doing, Jackson Hayes? He didn't even practice at all. And then I never heard of some of these guys. I didn't know
Jason Richardson's son.
His son, I mean, he had a son.
Jace. Yeah, he was up at he was playing at Michigan State last year. We're biased. Well, I am, Michigan, and I know these people. But
man, I'd rather have Mac McClung out there. At least we know the name. There was no name recognition with it. That's the problem.
Yeah, one thing I think we overhype is the names in the dunk contest because we didn't know a lot of the people. We did, but there was always one.
Yeah,
that's if you go back and look at dunk contests, there's usually only one that you and then you get to know them because we all Harold Miner. You didn't know Harold Miner until he won the dunk contest.
Well, we do Baby Jordan. We got to remember that was his nickname.
Yeah, and he averaged 10 points in his career.
No, but I'm just saying.
But you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people we got. The problem is there's no one else. So it'll be like Jordan. You didn't know Kenny Skywalker.
Yeah.
You didn't know Spud Webb like that until they won it. Then they became nice. The issue is you had at least Dominique in it against Spud. So we need an Ant Edwards, at least one. Can we get a Zion? Can we get a Ja? Can we get a Cooper Flag?
I don't know if we can Zion at this point. He might.
No, Zion.
He jumped like me.
Yep.
At this point.
All right, so let's go to the game. We don't have much time left. So the game.
Game spectacular. I don't know what you guys were saying before, but I feel like the format of having to play each quarter, I think that made it better than what it used to be in the old days. Because the old days, let's be real, they weren't playing for 4 quarters. They were goofing around for 3 quarters, and then
they knew the perfect balance.
But it is an exhibition game, so
they
I
had
want
the
to see some
perfect
stuff.
balance in the 90s and mid 2000s.
Like it was entertaining a little bit. You
off
play
the glass
right.
dunks because you could argue we missed a little bit more of that. This past Sunday because everybody was trying so hard. They used to have the perfect balance.
Right.
Give you what you want.
A little Harlem
Yep.
Globetrotters, but then you would ball out and then try to win the game or whatever.
This was all pure hoops.
Right.
From the beginning to end. I've never seen that in an All-Star game before. It was great.
No, about never. You might be putting a little extra sauce on that.
From the beginning to end, Wembanyama dunking in dudes' faces.
Yeah, they used to be going at it. See, I'm a little.
No, they used to be.
And you had like Magic going crazy. You had spectacular. Remember that one where they were Iverson and Marbury going back and forth to close it out.
That fourth quarter was the reason.
Well, this is what you get when they hear the negative comments and why you need a guy. I mean, I said it to Rob. A Wemby. Wemby set the tone months ago. When asked about it, he said, I'm going to take this seriously. And Ant Edwards, you asked him about it. He brought it up.
Yeah, I talked to Ant Edwards on Saturday. I said, so are you guys going to try? He's like, nah, it is what it is at this point. It took one competitive dude to change that, Wemby. Wemby changed his mind. So then yesterday I talked to him, and he was like, well, Wemby's the reason I decided to play hard, and, of course, the format too.
Yeah.
And he didn't know he was going to be the MVP.
He was shocked. He was like, me, yeah. Ant Edwards, the face of the league, keeps falling in his lap, and he keeps trying to avoid it, but it keeps like.
I don't know. Is he really the face of the league?
No, he's not the face. He's not.
He's the personality of the league.
But he had a chance, and I don't know if after that run in the postseason, and I don't know if it's still there.
I don't think anyone's the face of LeBron and Steph leave.
Yeah, but I think Wemby's making a case now. Seriously,
it's
without
Wemby,
a doubt.
for sure.
I think that's what I'm at.
But Ant, just because he's so good and he's so authentically him, he has the sound bites. He gets the moments, and it keeps. It's one of those. I'm just saying, it's here.
Yeah,
I know you keep saying
in front of him.
Well, yeah, that was crazy.
All right,
Lucky
Tim,
Alex not here.
We appreciate
that
you.
That was crazy, Tim. We got a lot more on the show. You know what it is. Stick with us, Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox Sports.
Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys. Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game? That game was incredible. You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball. Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please. I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
I'm just trying to give you something spooky to forget. I'm just trying to give you something. Something spooky to forget. I'm just trying to give you something.
At the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics, U.S. women's ice hockey team defeated Sweden 5-0. They will play Canada in the gold medal game for the 7th time in Olympic history. U.S. men's are going to be playing in the quarterfinals on Wednesday. In the latest AP men's college basketball poll, Michigan supplanted Arizona at number 1, claiming 60 of 61 first-place votes. Michigan played over the weekend and slapped around the UCLA Bruins college basketball scoreboard right now. Number 3, Duke hosting Syracuse with a 29-22 lead over the Orange. Boston University 82-58 over Colgate, and Howard with a 45-18 lead over Delaware State. 3 minutes to go in the first. Dolphins made a number of big slashes to their rosters on President's Day, including wide receiver Tyreek Hill. He'll be looking for a new home. I'm Chris Perfett.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington here on the Odd Couple. Of course, a live show here on President's Day. We're here for you, and we appreciate you chiming in, listening in. The Odd Mob, we got all of that. YouTube, we're doing all the things we normally do. We appreciate that. And be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple.
Put the camera on me.
FSR. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't stop there. Elijah, for people who don't get to see Elijah, there he is. He's standing right next to me.
Elijah, put the camera on me. I'm trying to show him you.
Can you see it?
Yeah, so this is Elijah right here, y'all. Elijah not listening to me right now.
Maybe
put the camera on me, Elijah.
Yeah, maybe he's not out of the room.
Yeah, Elijah. All right, well, I'm trying to show. This is us again, y'all. Look at that. This is beautiful. Thank you, Raphael.
Yeah, he did a great job. It's a picture of us at.
Yes. Oh, Elijah, he texted me something. Let me see what he said.
He saying?
He said, "Stop yelling at me" or something.
Stop yelling at me. Stop it. I can't do anything. What?
Oh, it's on the. Oh, there it is. Put the camera on Tim.
Yes.
He said it's on the guest. There we go.
There
you go. You be modeling it.
Can you come in closer? Let's see. Hold it up, Tim.
Hold
just
it
like
up.
that.
Hold it up. Yeah. Look
Very
at that.
nice.
Boy, look at that's the crew right there, y'all. And for radio, folks, we got a big old picture of a little illustration of the whole crew. So it's really, really nice.
Odd Couple crew.
Odd Couple crew, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, and don't forget, coming up.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that.
In about 27 minutes, Mark Funky Cole Medina, he'll drop by. We'll have that and much more. But let's start here for this hour number 2 on President's Day. And Ron Harper.
Oh. What he didn't say it.
The former do I think of him as a Cavs guard? Is that
I think Bulls, even though he was a
star
with
at
the
Cavs.
and Clippers.
And then he played for the Bulls as well. But he has not one but 2 sons in the association.
2.
And so he was asked a question about his sons and participating because he was able to take part in the All-Star Saturday with his 2 sons. And he had this dig for one Mr. LeBron James.
Oh, let me hear.
Was this a vision you had? All-star like this?
I'm not LeBron James. I'm not going to tell my kids what they have to do. I just want to make
And basically...
Hold on, run it back. Tell them what he said because they might not have heard that.
He just said...
I'm not LeBron James. I'm not going to tell my sons what they have to do.
And his 2 sons immediately, put their head down and covered their mouth like...
They're like, Dad, this was for us, not the world to hear.
What'd you say? Right. Was that out loud, Pops? You know,
we not in the car. The 3 of us. The world is listening.
Yes. So it was pretty interesting. What'd you make of it? I'm gonna just get your thoughts.
I thought that was an unnecessary dig. Usually, what we see in sports is the reason why you see Magic Johnson walking around and he's dapping up Dr. J, and he's dapping up a Big O, and he's dapping up Ant Edwards, and Ant Edwards is dapping up. It's usually, and you've been covering this league since
1987, Tim.
Usually it's a walk around and it's a love fest, especially this particular weekend, right? We all brothers in this fraternity. And so I thought it was unusual and an unnecessary dig at your brother in that frat. But Ron Harper, that's kind of Ron Harper like if you've ever heard him say things and talk throughout the years. He's not a big talker. He doesn't do a lot of pods and everything, but the little bit of I've ever heard, a little bit I see, he's ready for the smoke and gonna let you know his mind, even back when he was playing. You know, that's just part of who he is. But I thought it was an unnecessary dig instead of just saying, oh, man, what an opportunity to play with my sons. I love my sons. They've worked so hard. They've earned this. That was a great way to do it.
It was a dig at Bronny, too. Basically, he's saying, like, she doesn't deserve to be up here on the low. He didn't say it, but basically he's saying LeBron is the reason Bronny got to this level at all.
But see, I'm going to say this. That's because a lot of people still – that's what they feel. Is like LeBronny is there because of LeBron. And people, you could say whatever you want. He was a highly recruited McDonald's, all that.
That McDonald's was a stretch, too.
Okay, he averaged 5 points at USC.
Nah, he might have been a Burger King All-American. But
right. But you know what I mean.
That was a stretch.
He averaged 5 points at USC, a bad USC team. And I get he had
the medical issue.
Okay, yeah. And he can go play in the G League and light it up. There are a lot of players who can do that in that league. And that doesn't mean that it translates over into the next level or the next league. And I still believe that somebody like a Ron Harper, whose sons got in on their own, who they feel got in on their own merit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, that's the hard part for Bronny. That's why you don't want to do it that way, because no matter what that kid does,
they're going
to say your dad got it because you had to go to the Lakers. He didn't was on a draft board and wound up in Orlando or somewhere else. This was all orchestrated, and that is the reason why people will never let it go or never let him stand on his own merit. And that's why I believe, too, as soon as LeBron is not in this situation or not, because he's already lost power. You saw it with the Lakers.
Yes.
He doesn't have the same power. I would be shocked that Bronny's on anybody's roster when LeBron retires. I would be.
That's not far-fetched. I mean, he hasn't been given that opportunity yet, or maybe he just hasn't played enough to where you say, all right, we got to have him as our 9th man. Not that he's going to be a big-time player, but, some energy off the bench, maybe a guy we can develop. We'll have to wait and see.
I tend to disagree, and only because the reason he doesn't get minutes with the Lakers is because the Lakers have expectations to win. But if you're Washington and you can't sell tickets, why not sign Bronny? He'll get playing time finally. I mean,
I get your sentiment, right? He's a star, but that novelty.
He's not trash. He's lighting up the G League, as you mentioned.
I've seen him when he's gotten extended minutes too in the NBA. And you can sit there talking about selling tickets. I think that's worn off. I'm dead serious, because now he's going back. He ain't staying in the league the whole time. If he was in the league the whole time, maybe you would have a point. He's in the G League, right?
Yeah. And also, you're watching him in L.A., where people literally went to high school with him or college, or they follow USC, they follow the Lakers, they follow LeBron. It would be interesting on a quiet night in Indiana. Are they selling out tickets because
No, they're not.
Right?
And that is the point.
Like 82 games, 41 at home. I don't know if we're buying just because Bronny. I think that novelty could rub off.
You're right. The Los Angeles thing is really the hook.
He went
and
to
his
USC.
Dad is here.
He went to Sierra Canyon.
Right.
He's grown up here for most of his life. We've seen him. So there's an element of attachment to people from here.
But I think you could give him a fair shake as what he is as a player on a bad team to see what can you do if more is required.
I think the time is – I think there will be a point where all of us will go, this is the time we're really judging him. Right now, let's not underestimate what I'm going to say. Let's not belittle the health impact, right? He lost a full year and had to get his mind right. What I'm saying is, if the idea is he shouldn't have been in the NBA, I don't fully disagree with that.
No, my point, here's my issue with that. Dude, people are trying to win. If he could play, he would be out there. He would be out there.
Right,
that's
what I'm saying.
He would be in the rotation.
I don't disagree with that.
That's I'm just saying, like, people always making, like, excuse, this and that. No, seriously.
Okay. Yeah.
Tim, the Lakers aren't steamrolling everybody. Yeah. He could really play. Why wouldn't he be in the rotation if he could ball out?
And I think he provides something they need. Energy. He provides, if nothing else, I need you for 15 minutes to go crazy and be 20, 21. Like, meaning you are going to have no restrictions. Your dad, obviously, In basketball terms, he's 55. But you can be young and lock up 94 feet and be energetic because we need that. That's what I would be saying if I was a Laker, right? Because that's what they need. They don't need just a scorer. They need guys who can bring it, fluster another team's offense, and they need that. And if he could provide that, he would be out there.
What was the other kid that Connect?
Dalton Connect.
Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Dude, go look at some of his early games when he first got into the league. Like you
He
want to
had
talk about
44 points his
okay,
first night.
and that's kind of my point. Is you saw some of that. Like if I was somebody, like I would be interested in that.
Well, fans, that's why fans have been calling for him.
Am I wrong or right? Like we've seen him ball out.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
You ain't see Bronny put up no 40.
I have in the G League.
All right. Well, you've covered that. Let me add some more context to the Ron Harper thing. The one thing I think with LeBron, to just using, let's say, taking Ron Harper at his word, I don't think LeBron forced his sons to play basketball. What I do believe he forced was once he realized, oh, you want to play basketball, I'm absolutely going to do whatever I can in my power to help you with that, whether it's through high school, getting you a Sierra Canyon, getting you McDonald's All-American. That was a large part of, well, to whose point was that? Now, your point earlier of, well, that's some celebrity to it. If we get LeBron James Jr. in this game, there'll be some extra. Because McDonald's All-American ain't hitting like it used to as far as, nothing does.
You see Bryce ain't playing at Arizona.
Right.
He just has a red shirt. Dude, they were undefeated. I know they lost recently, but no, he's not getting any run. They got a good team, dude. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
So I'm saying I think
you think he's not playing Carmelo Anthony's son's not playing at Syracuse. He's coming off the bench.
He's getting a little run.
He's getting some burn. It's slowing down a little bit.
But he just had a couple of DMPs.
Yeah, it's slowing down. He was getting more burn earlier. But I think my point is, I think with Ron, it's not so much he said, I ain't tell my son to play basketball like LeBron. I don't think LeBron ever is like, you have to play basketball. I think naturally my dad is LeBron, and especially as young as he had them, that they're just playing ball together. You see it, you love the game. I think LeBron at a certain point, though, absolutely used his power. And that's where I'm actually shocked. Real quick, let me make this point, and I know you'll disagree with me. We've argued about this to nauseam for years. I'm actually shocked Ron Harper would say that in the sense of, even though you might not agree with, helping out your sons and using your power, the idea that there's an opportunity for a prominent African-American to use his power and to help himself. Well, we've seen that many times over in other places. So I thought Ron would almost be like, privately, I might say this. Okay. Publicly, I'm a little more shocked to say that.
I think Ron Harper speaks for most in the NBA who had to earn their way on teams. Most won't say it publicly.
But that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with that.
Most don't believe in that because, everybody had to make the team. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. You have to make the team, right? And anytime they looked at a situation where they felt like he got an unfair advantage or some other kid who put in the work or whatever didn't get the opportunity, people don't always feel good about it. And I'm saying Ron Harper, I think, speaks for the majority. There's a couple people who will defend LeBron, but most people, if you ask them honestly about the whole scenario, it was about LeBron. The whole idea was he couldn't go to the Milwaukee Bucks, be drafted by them, and play and do his own thing. LeBron had to have him with him so that he could play with him and be the father and son. It had to be that way, and that is why Ron Harper said what he said.
I think it also shows the schism between today's generation and the old school. I think a lot of people in my generation love it. They love that Bronny's with LeBron, and they look at people like Ron Harper as haters, as if you can't have it the old school way, it's got to be the highway. I know a lot of people who are on Ron Harper's side, who just
of
this generation,
I'm just saying people who are I'm talking about athletes.
Okay,
because they're used to a meritocracy.
Right.
You earn. I'm better than him. I'm on the team.
Okay, and the biggest thing, just like you just said, the country's 70% white, but the NBA is 70% black. Because they could have easily, you want to talk about, well, all the white guys own all the teams, put all players that they want, their sons, their cousins, their nephew. You could do that if you want, right? If they could. But no, they're not going to do that because they're trying to win, and they know they can't do it. When they tried to put Tim Tebow down in Jacksonville as a tight end, right? What happened?
Yeah,
it was a revolt though by the players because he didn't deserve that opportunity, and that's why I'm saying that's why it disrupts people the wrong way.
And listen,
that's all.
As a meritocracy, who deserves it, who's better, I completely get that. I
right.
think this is where there's two things: the power move of seeing someone that powerful and of a LeBron stature, what we've seen him go from being the 18, 19-year-old coming in to now. I think some people, to your point, Tim, appreciate it. Like, look how powerful he's gotten. Where Rob is always saying, LeBron made it happen.
Michael Jordan owned the Charlotte Bobcats, okay? He had two sons who played college basketball.
And I'm saying, what if Mike did? What if he wanted to?
Mike would never do that. Because
I agree. He's the type that I'm like, I've been seeing you getting cooked. You
ain't like, seriously. He could have said, well, I could put them as the last two men on the bench. They don't play much anyway. They could be like that. Could be your question. You could do that. All you need to do is come to practice. Give some energy at practice. Be there on time. Whatever. He could have done that. He would never do that.
That's the difference we're talking about. That 25, 30-year difference in the age.
Yeah, the generation.
Is that you get some guys are like, I'm gonna put my son on no matter what in a power position. Others are like, my son ain't even good. I ain't helping him.
Yeah.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Tim, we appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, no doubt,
Thank
man.
you. We really did. Thanks for coming out, too.
No doubt.
But we want to hear from you now. 877-99 on Fox. Was it fair or foul for Ron Harper to throw a dig at LeBron and Bronny? We want to hear from you. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where you get insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you've seen Bronny drop 40 in the US of A.
Dave Roberts was asked about this upcoming season, of course, trying to three-peat, and he said that, quote, we think on paper this is probably the best team we've ever had. And a big reason why he feels that way, not just the addition of Kyle Tucker, not just that, the pitching staff should be whole again for the first time in a couple seasons, it's because of Shohei Ohtani finally getting back to full-time double duty with the Dodgers. He hasn't done it since he's been there, only did it with the Angels. In fact, Dave Roberts expects that now that Ohtani is a full, 2 years removed from Tommy John surgery, that Shohei should be in the thick of the Cy Young race. He's already a multiple-time MVP. He's got a couple of World Series. Now we're going to add a Cy Young to the list, guys. What can't this guy do, Kelvin Washington?
Nothing. He does it all. And the best part about it, I'm getting ready to sit next to Rob Parker. And Rob is going to be mad because Shohei is finally going to do what we've been waiting on him to do. His restrictions are gone, Rob. The shackles are gone. The babysitting is gone. We get to see the full outing if it's supposed to be 7 or 8. If it's a complete game, we get to see what the Shohei experiment really can be at its greatest, specifically as a Dodger, not an Angel, because there's different branding, there's different marketing, there's different eyes when you're a Dodger. And so far, for the most part, he has lived up to the hype and some. Since he's been a Dodger, all he has known is getting World Series rings. He got 2 of them now. And it's going to be interesting and amazing to see this upcoming season. The full scale of Shohei, Rob, where we might get 40, 45, 50 home runs, 20, 25, 30 stolen bases, maybe. And we mess around and get, 25 games, 30 games he pitches. And can he be 20-3? Can he have a 19-4 record? Something crazy like that as a starter? This is going to be really cool to see, all jokes aside, to see one of the best players ever at his absolute best and being able to at least max out and see what he can do. And we didn't get to see it the first year with the Dodgers. Obviously, he's coming off the injury, just hitting. Last year, they slow rolled it, so he got rolling towards the end of the year and into the postseason. This coming spring, to see the full breadth of it all, I think that's going to be amazing. I think he's going to have his another MVP again. And because you can almost pencil him in for 35, 40 home runs. and then you pencil in pitching more than he ever has, or at least has as a Dodger, I just think it's going to be another spectacular season for him. Don't mess around and three-peat. That'll just put him through the stratosphere at that point. But it should be fun. We finally get to see maxed out Shohei. I'm looking forward to it. He's spectacular. It's been a blast to watch. He, like I always mentioned with LeBron being one of the only things in life to live up to the hype. All that hype we heard of a 16-year-old kid, and then now look at 23, 4 years later, what he's become. Shohei has been that for the Dodgers, and we'll see what could be next for him.
All hyperbole and just talk. I mean, nothing that we've seen should give you this idea that he's going to win a Cy Young. I mean, he got touched up in the postseason. His career record and numbers and all this. Last year, let me just go with his hitting statistics. That everybody wants to crown this guy the greatest ever. First of all, he didn't even hit 300. He hit 282. He's actually hit under 300. Rob G, are you ready for this? 3 of the last 5 years, he's hit under 300. This is your greatest player of all time. He had 28 less RBIs. He went also from 59 stolen bases to 20, so that dropped. I mean, I could go on and on. Here's probably the biggest one. 2 years ago, he had a 9.2 WAR. Last year, what was his WAR, Kelvin? You know what it was? It was 6.6. That was the drop-off from last year to this past season for Shohei. And the year before that with the Angels, it was 6.1, and that's kind of where he was. He had an unbelievable season with the 50-50. That was, 2 years ago, not last year. And in the postseason, here's the greatest player of all time in the postseason. Each season is batting .248, and he has 45 strikeouts in 33 games. This is your greatest player of all time. All of this hyperbole that the only way I could even concede that Shohei has a chance of being the greatest player of all time is he'd have to win a Cy Young and an MVP in the same season. I'm dead serious. Because individually, if you look at him as a pitcher or look at him as a hitter, he's not the best in any of those. He's not the best pitcher in the league and definitely not the best hitter in the league. When you combine the two, sure, because nobody else is doing it, and I'm not taking anything away from him. But I think the hyperbole is just, it's not warranted.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. We are the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Again, thanks to Timothy Parker for hanging out with us, talking some hoops. Speaking of talking hoops, we got Mark Funky Cole Medina, Fox Sports Radio NBA Insider, in about 5 minutes or so. And if you missed today's show, you'll want to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcasts. Right after the show, today's pod's going to be posted. Be sure to follow the podcast, rated 5 stars. You can even give us a review. We appreciate it. Matter of fact, give us 6 stars. I don't even know if it's an option. Dang it, scratch in one. Draw in another star. Search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcasts. As always, you're going to find today's show, full version and a best of version, when we get off.
All right, let's get to a couple calls here on this whole Ron Harper and the diss of Bronny and LeBron James.
James.
That's right. All right, let's start with Tyler in Tampa. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tyler?
Hey, this is Tyler, man, from Tyler Rose TV on YouTube. Big fan of the show.
Thank you.
Course, pod myself.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead. Get your pub on. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, this is what I want to say. Was it necessary for Ron Harper to take a slight at LeBron? Absolutely not necessary. But this is what it is, right? I think LeBron did this whole Bronny thing for himself. He wanted to play with his son for his legacy to big it up. I don't think it was much so for his sake of his own child. So I think Ron Harper's taking the angle like, hey, I could do the same with my kids and maybe have some more insight, but I'm going to let my kids play off their own potential from the collegiate career and kind of just take it from there. And then whatever they do, they do. That's kind of
100%.
You know?
If LeBron did not direct Bronny to the Lakers, people would not treat Bronny that way.
I don't disagree.
If he got drafted by the Nets, seriously, just he was on there,
on his
anybody
own
could draft on his own merit, man, nobody would be doing like that.
Let me ask you this, though.
Thanks for
Rob
the call.
Parker. If Ron Harper, because one thing, Ron Harper was a quality player, but let's not act like he's LeBron's stature.
No.
If Ron Harper had that kind of pulling power, do you think he
No.
would have? You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I just don't. And it was different. Everybody else who has kids in the league, they're out of the league. So LeBron was in definitely a
Because he did it
different.
so early.
Right.
Right.
He was
He
definitely
had
a different
son
situation.
so early, yeah.
Jordan.
And he's playing a million years.
Jordan in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox
I thought
Sports
Michael
Radio.
was calling in about
What's
it.
up, Jordan?
Hey, Rob, Kelvin. No. I'm not MJ.
I was just making sure Mike wasn't calling in about it, you know.
He hasn't been to D.C. in a good 20-plus years. No,
Right.
I know. But no, so I see where Ron Harper's coming from, guys, and I think it's because I think the general sentiment is that, like, if LeBron cared about Bronny more than doing it for himself, he would have convinced Bronny to stay multiple years at USC. I think the kid could play. Could one day look like a legitimate NBA player, but everybody knows he needed more than 1 year in college, So I think
That's a great point. Which if Bronny went back, considering with the heart situation, right, and then let him go play another year, get even better, and then come. But LeBron couldn't wait because he didn't know about how long he's going to play, if he's going to get hurt, and all that kind of stuff. Hey, John in Virginia, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John?
Thank you, guys. Just for perspective, I'm a little older adult. I'm 74. I'm an
sound good, John.
Mature adult, and I'm also a teacher. And so my read on this is the advice from the parent to the son is simply this: Bronny, you should float yourself out to the college world. You'll be able to go back, make decent money because you'll warrant that. You will enjoy and love college life. You will also get some education, which will be good for you because over the fact that we could give you whatever you could possibly need, that education will serve you well in the future.
Yep.
No doubt.
Okay.
I appreciate that. And thanks you,
John.
man. Shout out to all the teachers in the world. We need you.
Yes. Damon in Houston, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Damon?
What's up, fellas? Love the show like everybody else, man, but I don't get what these people are talking about. First of all, nobody was in the position. Nobody can say what they would do because nobody was in the position of LeBron James. Nobody was in
but let me say this. I want to let you finish, but let me say this. But the difference is they've all competed. They've all competed for a spot on a team. That's what the pushback is. Not that LeBron, everybody knows where LeBron is, but once you start doing that is when you're going to tell Jerry Jones his great-grandson can't be the last man on the Cowboys. Nobody else has done that. And why? Jerry Jones owns the team. He could come up with the same excuse. And nobody else has done that. LeBron did it. That's why I think there's pushback.
But I understand that. There could be pushback. But LeBron, if you got LeBron on your team, you're winning, right? You can win. Right, so LeBron has this. He has one up on everybody.
But they're not winning. They're not winning. They're not winning.
They can win. LeBron is a top 20, 25 player in the league, right? At the minimum, right? So you can win with him, right?
This team, most people, LeBron said they can't even compete.
LeBron is a top 25 player in the league. We all agree on that, right? Right? We agree with that,
Right?
I didn't hear. I'm sorry. What, I didn't hear.
Top 25.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Yes.
So he has the leverage of, hey, you could get this. My son.
That doesn't
and also,
mean no, but his son, if his son had balled out at USC,
but he didn't. What if his son would never made it? What if his son wasn't good enough to make it? And now, as a dad, I can make sure my son.
But you haven't helped your son. What you've done? No. He'll never. The problem now is that he won't be able to walk on his own. And when LeBron is out of the league, you call back and tell me what team signed Bronny to some deal.
He was never gonna make
no, but what you've done is because you don't know that. You didn't let him go back to college to play to finish his career.
Where the dilemma is.
It wasn't about Bronny, though. It wasn't about Bronny.
I get that. LeBron James, let's be clear. LeBron James wanted to play with LeBron.
Yes,
because LeBron James wanted to add more pennants
to
that
his
said
legacy
things that I did that nobody else could do.
That Michael Jordan didn't do.
I did it in the East Coast.
Yes.
I won in the Eastern Conference and
That's
Western
what this
Conference.
was about.
I played more years. I've done more than he's
Damon,
trying to
this
add.
wasn't about LeBron. This was
But
about Bronny. This was about LeBron.
He's saying is no one has flexed their muscle that before.
But I'm trying to say to you is this wasn't like a bona fide player where he's
no. That's the point of why it's a flex. Because he wasn't Cooper Flag where it'd be obvious.
No.
It was that I got somebody who was less than
It was about LeBron, about his photo op.
Nobody
It wasn't
disagreeing
about
with you.
Bronny.
But we're saying because it's about LeBron, the Lakers went ahead and drafted somebody that they probably wouldn't have in another circumstance. And that is almost of itself kind of wild and a credit to LeBron how powerful he was.
When you do that, it tells you for a lot of guys who are competitors.
I don't disagree.
That burns them. That burns them as competitors.
That's why it's amazing.
Michael Jordan owned the team. He wasn't a star player. He owned the damn team.
I do wish Mike was younger.
Mike would have never done
to see
that.
if we could have had it happen. No,
Mike
would have cooked his
Are you
son.
kidding?
I agree.
Ain't no way Mike would have done
I agree.
that.
Mike was built a little bit different. He had a little more petty in him. LeBron is more of a ladder. Like, I'm going to help everybody up. All right. On the way, we got Mark Funky Coat Medina getting ready to join us right now. USC Star Trek Chris has your update.
But gotta say, as far as Michael Jordan, you see how happy he was.
Oh, we got
he got
that
his
coming
winner
up.
on the Daytona.
That's on the subject.
Yeah, that was something. He was never seen him that excited except when he hits the. You know what? Let's leave that joke alone. Let's get on to the rest of the news out there. Let's start with the college basketball scoreboard. First, though, AP men's college basketball poll, Michigan supplanted Arizona at number 1. Right now at Cameron, 76-49, Duke is starting to roll over Syracuse. 9 minutes to go in that game. Long Island University. Why am I doing a Long Island University score? It's right here in front of me, I guess. 64-51 over Wagner. That's the kind of teams that are in play right now. Marshall with a 69-63 lead over South Alabama. Let's get on to some other stuff. Then at the Olympics in Milano Cortina, first time for everything as American bobsledder Ilana Myers-Taylor gets her first gold medal at 41 years young at the monobob. American Kaylee Humphreys also took home the bronze in the same event. U.S. women's ice hockey defeated Sweden 5-0. They'll be playing Canada in the gold medal game. Is the 7th matchup in Olympic history between the USA and Canada on the women's side. Might see that on the men's side as well at some point. The Cleveland Browns are hiring Falcons passing game coordinator Mike Rutenberg to their defensive coordinator position. And the Dolphins made 4 deep cuts, including wide receiver Tyreek Hill. He's been ejected from the roster. The move will clear up significant cap space, over $20 million. Tyreek Hill took to social media and said he intends to continue playing next season. Dolphins are also reportedly looking for a trade partner for quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. And last story before we get you back to you guys, there has been a little bit of a saga going on as Puka Nacua, the Rams wide receiver, apparently left his phone in an Uber and has been trying on social media to get Uber, saying, quote, Uber lost my phone, can't make a call to the driver because the phone call is coming from a different number. Of course it is. I lost my phone. Please fix this. Back to the Odd Couple with Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
All right. Remember you used to use a phone? It was like a big deal because now we just track it and it's pointless to steal a phone. You mess around and get caught nowadays. Thank you. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Joined now by Mark Funky Cole Medina, Fox Sports Radio NBA Insider, Mark G_Medina on X. Mark, were you out there all weekend getting your All-Star festivities on?
Oh, of course. I was at Intuit Dome during the very bad festivities on Saturday.
Oh, no. You put a little extra sauce on it. Very bad?
And then this surprisingly amazing game on Sunday. I mean, how about this for a take? This is the best basketball game I've seen all season.
That's sad that you'd say that. That's unbelievable. But you're right about Saturday. I was there, and that place was empty. I could not believe, Mark, how the concession stands were empty. There were not a lot of people walking around the concourse. Mark, am I lying?
No, you're spitting facts. I was ready to hear you share your often used tweet about being able to hear a mouse.
Often used might be an understatement.
Right.
You use all the time.
Gazillion use. Yeah. So Saturday you said the awful events, the 3-pointer, the dunk, not impressive.
You didn't like
right?
Damian Lillard?
Okay, I thought Damian Lillard was great because of who he is. Great story with him coming back from his Achilles, but there wasn't much buzz. I think it's also, as much as you want to credit Damian Lillard for doing what he's doing, you can also indict the rest of the field that a player that has not played a single game at all this season and is on a torn Achilles that isn't fully healed still won. That's bad. The dunk contest was awful. And, there wasn't any buzz. There was no one in the arena. Adam Silver is speaking a bunch of double talk on, the Clippers investigation, tanking, Giannis Antetokounmpo's investment deal. It felt very, very flat Saturday. So, a very much-needed bounce back that the NBA had a competitive and engaging all-star game on Sunday.
You know what? You talked about the commissioner saying, about the blatant cheating and what they're doing. And Kelvin and I kicked it around a little bit, and I'm like, the team with the worst record actually doesn't have a shot at the first pick. Like that, so that you can't try to tank to get more ping pong balls. Like that's not where you want to be. I don't know what else they could do other than even with the fines. You say, I'll pay the fines if I still get the number one pick. Right.
Yeah.
If I get that, I don't care what the fines are. How much are they? They're not taking a franchise away from me.
It's like $6 million, $7 million. I'll take
the fines are luxury taxes, basically. Adam Silver said, hey, they've been talking about considering docking draft picks. I know there's been a lot of articles suggesting just abolish the draft altogether. But here's the ironic part, Rob and Kelvin. When they did the whole lottery system in the 80s, the whole idea was to find this sweet spot where you help struggling teams find a pathway toward being competitive without guaranteeing it and without rewarding mediocrity, hence the odds. It doesn't guarantee anything. So moving forward, I'm kind of on board with that whole abolishing the draft idea, make rookies free agents and then go from there. My only problem with that idea is that then creates a whole other issue with, teams that have cap space. You're carving out, roster slots for players that you're not quite sure are actually good. I don't know what the solution is, but clearly I think the other part of it is I'm not condoning what the Utah Jazz did, but this did feel like some excited energy of the league overcompensating just because it was happening so blatantly. I thought it was very telling that Adam Silver in his statement said, he used the word overt. So it almost suggested that the league doesn't have a problem with tanking as long as you're not so obvious about it.
Well, I think he just said the quiet part out loud, Mark, and I think we've known that. But you can't sit out your best players in an entire fourth of a game that's close. And then he didn't even come up with something, Rob or Mark. He was just
he twisted his ankle.
He said, you ever think about putting him back in? No. That was literally his answer. No. Okay, now you ain't. That's right. That's Adam Silver, as you mentioned, going, come on, dang, I'm trying to be okay with this, but you put me on the spot. Come on, brother. That's what it was right there. Let me go back to as we get back to the second half of this season, now that the All-Star weekend is over. What's the storyline you're going to be watching? Is there a team in particular or a player in particular? Is it maybe Kawhi Leonard, who went crazy in the All-Star game? Can he lead this Clippers to maybe making some moves in the Western Conference? I'm kind of watching that.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard play out of his mind. I had tweeted that he played with machine-like efficiency. They made AI look obsolete already.
Yeah. Well, he is a machine. He's a robot.
Here's the thing, though. The Clippers, they're in 10th place right now. Yeah, they can make a run, but they're going to be in the play-in tournament. So that just sets them up to get eliminated by the Thunder, Spurs, or Nuggets in the first round. So, yeah, it'll be cool. What we're obviously looking at is what the seeding is going to be with the top-tier teams contending as well as the play-in. But, as far as, micro-analyzing teams, I think it's really going to come down to that debate that we're having about the Eastern Conference. Are the Knicks better? Are the Pistons better? That's number one. And then number two, this collision course that the Thunder and the Spurs are having. I think that's what it's going to be about in the Western Conference Finals. I know you can't ever rule out the Denver Nuggets because they have Nikola Jokic, but they seem to just have all these overlapping injuries. Peyton Watson's out for another 3 weeks. Aaron Gordon's just coming off of injuries. Even though you can't discount them because Jokic is finally healthy, I do kind of eliminate them from the Thunder and Spurs because those two teams have been that dominant. So I think it's really just about those four teams I mentioned: Detroit, New York, OKC, San Antonio, and how they jockey in these Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals matchups.
We'll have to wait and see how it all folds out. Should be a good second half of the season. Really, it's like a third left, but you get it. Mark, appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Mark, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Rob and Kelvin. And, another all-star game greatness in the books. We'll see if they can replicate it next year.
All right, we got it. Thank you, man. It's the Odd
Thank
Couple
you.
on a Magic City Monday. Rob, on the way, Michael Jordan was excited about something. It ain't had nothing to do with the All-Star game. Plus, also, what are you saying? Go ahead and say it. Just go ahead and say it.
No, we're going to do Doug Gottlieb here. We're going to talk about the Rant.
Also, Doug Gottlieb.
Okay, there we go.
Had a moment. And it might not have been the moment you think we're talking about. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
LeBron, Mr. Ronnie got a triple-double last night. He's now the oldest player to record a triple-double. But he also had some thoughts, of course, when they asked him all about it after the game.
Yes, he did. And, LeBron James is never shy about talking about himself. You know that. And if you give him an opportunity, he'll mention about how great he is and all the work he puts in and all his place in history and so on and so forth.
And all the Hall of Fames he's in.
Well,
Were you talking about LeBron or me?
Well, both of y'all.
Okay.
But yesterday you mentioned it. They asked LeBron after his historic triple-double about, his career and the idea that he's late in his career and how long he can see himself doing this because, having a 41-year-old getting a triple-double is no small feat. Take a listen to LeBron.
I'm a goofy-ass 41-year-old kid. I think people should know that by now, right? My game is not going anywhere. It's my body. There's so many more factors that come with how long will I play the game. I don't think my game will ever suffer if I decided to continue to go however long that is. I just think it's like, it has to be here. How long can I stay in love with the process? Because that's always been my thing. If I can't continue to stay in love with the process, then if this goes, then my body's going to go. And once my body goes, then it's a wrap. Then the love goes, and then the fun and all that stuff goes. So that's what it is. It's not like, my game is deteriorating or whatever the case may be.
Go ahead, LeBron. Go ahead, LeBron guy.
Yeah, I think his game is deteriorating, but that's okay. I don't think that's a slight on him. I don't think it's a knock to say that his game is deteriorating. And specifically in sports, as you age, your game deteriorates. And what I think he's also not equating is your physical body. He's like, oh, well, physically, that's a massive part of your game, right? If you can't blow by, and LeBron is, he's still really good, and that's a credit to his talent and where he places in the all-time rankings. But his physical ability is deteriorating, which ultimately affects his game, Rob. He can't play big minutes like he used to. He can't play defense. He hasn't played defense in years, and that's a part of his game because at one point, remember, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
It would be nice if somebody said to him while he was doing all that chest beating, What about on a defensive end? Has your game not changed at all? Like,
right, and that's
that
exactly,
question?
and that's a part of your game, and that I can't depend on you for. But now you have, he has periods. Okay, for 3-4 possessions I can lock in. But LeBron, historically, if he's played 23 years, for the first 15, I could depend on him on both sides of the ball. Also, back-to-backs, Rob, that's a part of it. Like he has to not play back-to-backs or has to take nights off. That's a part of your game deteriorating and your physical because you can't do certain things you were used to.
But those are those questions that could have been asked, or at least, like, I wasn't there. I didn't hear all the interviewing, but those are the things that it's okay to say that, or you think so. But if you ask him to dig a little bit deeper, that's all. It's not I'm not challenging you or telling you you're a liar or anything. I'm just asking you. Defensively, you think your game hasn't changed at all, or is it different? You don't play back-to-backs all the time. Is that a part of why you're still able to do this? And if you were playing a regular schedule, right, with back-to-backs and playing every night like you used to, would that be different for you? Like there's a lot of things afforded. And the other part is all the European players have all said it's easy to score in the NBA. Am I right?
They all say, because it's an adjustment from them. They come here and they're like,
this is
easy.
easy.
The physicality in European basketball is crazy.
It's
like
brutal.
The rules, what they allow, the way you can tip shots off the ball during FIBA and all that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that makes it more challenging. So, yeah, I get what he's saying, that on a random night, on a Tuesday night in the NBA, even with Luka on the court, there are nights LeBron could be the best player, depending on no matter the two teams that are playing. Because LeBron he's still that good. And also the current NBA has changed. Because if he had back in the day the KGs and the defenders, the Rodmans, or the guys who would be Tayshaun Princes of the world, like, it would make it a lot harder on them. But this current NBA, where guys are coming in so young regularly, one and dones, that you can take advantage of them because they don't quite know the game. The rules are called differently. It's spaced out differently. Yes, LeBron is going to be able to play. To what he's trying to allude to, he could technically play another 3 years and be, the second, third, fourth best team player on the team.
But not on a team that's winning anything. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Like,
because
that's
what I would need out
it.
of you, you can't give me.
Right.
I might need 45 minutes out of you tonight. Right. And I need that 45 minutes to be high caliber on both ends of the floor, locking up. And
that's what he can't give you.
Right. And that's okay. Like, that's just where we are right now. So the idea that, it's nothing to it, my game won't change. No, your game has slowed down a little bit. And that's expected of someone who's played.
No one's saying that,
season,
right. Like that's
and not
natural.
to mention all the extra season between the playoffs and Olympics. So it's called human nature. Now you got Rob feeling comfortable.
All I need is some singles. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. They might get mad at you nowadays, Rob. I think
you need what, fives?
You might throw
now?
out fives or something. I know it's a different era, inflation and stuff.
Singles still work, man. I'm sorry.
Rob and Kelvin on the Magic City Monday. Shout out to Mark Funky Co. Medina joined us here. Appreciate him as always. By the way, for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. All right. So
there was a basketball coach who went nuts.
There was a coach who went nuts, bringing up old vibes of Bobby Knight a little bit. Should we play it and then tell who, or just?
Yeah, let's play it.
Let's play it.
I need somebody to explain to me how, just those two. There's others that I have massive issues with, okay? Others that I have massive, including every time we touched them, there was a foul in the second half. The last play of the game, just to get the ball, they're grabbing us and holding us. Okay, and I understand. If you're not calling that, that's fine. You had the exact same play at both ends in the last play of the game. The exact same play.
Oh, my. That table stood no chance.
Man, give that guy a radio show with all that passion.
Tell him who it is. Or was.
That's Doug Gottlieb. Man, that's Green Bay, right? That's Wisconsin, Green Bay. And Doug going crazy on the calls at the end, huh?
He was not happy. The table took some abuse.
That was a good
table
pound.
That was a good one. I'm gonna give it a 12 out of 10 on the table pound. He went crazy on the table.
He was never that passionate on his show, though, was
Stop,
he?
Rob. Stay focused.
I'm
we're
just
talking
saying.
about he is now a coach, and we're talking about coaches. Okay, we're not talking about former radio hosts.
The only thing.
Well, here you go.
Do that again. Just
Okay.
play that again at
All
the
right.
end.
All right.
This is the only thing I was waiting for.
What's that?
Can you play that at the
I
end?
need somebody to explain to me how just those two. There's others that I have massive issues with. Okay. Others that have massive, including every time we touched them, there was a foul in the second half. The last play of the game, just to get the ball, they're grabbing us and holding us. Okay, and I understand. If you're not calling that, that's fine. You had the exact same play at both ends in the last play of the game.
Here we go.
The exact same play.
All right, and then you know what? But they cut off the end part where he says, "We want to hear from you." 877-9905. We want to hear from you. What do you think about the coach of Green Bay, Wisconsin? Oh, I'm sorry.
Call in now. Yo, you're stupid. Yeah, he was. Hey, listen. Now, maybe now that he's like that's the singular focus. Maybe he's about to. These refs better beware now. Singularly focused. Tables better beware now.
Right, because he can't take. He used to be able to
chair
take that
better.
on the radio,
Remember the
right?
chair got kicked. Didn't the chair get kicked?
He did a little Bobby Knight kicking chairs, all that kind of stuff.
Somebody might tell
But
us
they're
the
winning
2020s.
games. Good for Doug. Like I said, again, trying to do those two jobs very difficult. And now he can go and just be a coach. That's in his family's blood.
Without
his
a
dad
doubt.
was a coach.
Without a doubt.
You know what I mean? So he has fire and passion for it. So good for him.
Are you about the the banging on the table life? Are you about throwing a chair on the court life? Are you about
You
any
can
of
do
that?
all that. It's about
slamming doors.
It's about winning. Like
Okay.
you could do all that, all the window
So
dressing.
if I was, what did they play? Say 25 games. So let's say I was 25-5, and I'm slamming my table like that. Is that cool? Because I'm winning.
Well, you'll probably be able to get away with it because you were winning like Bobby Knight was.
That can't happen again.
Pimp slapping kids.
choking people, throwing
Right.
tables on the court. I mean, chairs on the court. No, that can't happen anymore.
I mean, and
It's
even after they
2020s.
warned him, he still did it, and he thought he never could be fired, and they fired him.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about giving him a statue now. They're about to give him a statue, Bobby Knight. You cool with that?
A statue?
Yeah. Ryan, make sure I'm not crazy. I think they're about to give him a statue.
The only bad part is I think
gosh. What now?
he has an open hand. He has an open hand. Here it is. Look, the Bobby Knight statue. He got a basketball in one hand and an open hand in the other, like slapping a
I
kid.
thought you were going to say it was this one.
Remember
he choked the kid?
kid. Yeah, that would go.
There you go.
Here's the Bobby Knight statue.
Are you saying
right here?
It's Homer Simpson? Oh, you always choking Bart?
That?
Ryan, I'm not crazy, right?
Or it could be.
No, I mean, he's getting the statue, right, Ryan? You see that?
He is, yeah. It was announced a week ago
Thank you.
that at
Will
Indiana he's
will they
getting a permanent
immortalize
statue.
hair pulling as well, like he's pulling somebody's hair or something?
Yeah, I mean yeah. Listen, this is what happens with each generation. Things change. Kids used to get whooped and spanked and all that. Then it changes. Now you can't touch kids.
Come on, seriously.
Coaches
Bobby
used to-
Knight got fired from there. What statue are they putting up? Did they act?
What do you mean? I told you they're gonna put it because he was there for what 40-something years or whatever.
Yeah, but he went out disgraced. He was physically abusive. Is there a Woody Hayes statue I don't know about when he's punching
I'm sure
people?
there is.
I'm
maybe not
asking.
punching people, but I'm sure there's a Woody Hayes.
Is there? I don't
Ryan,
know.
you were on the statue Google. Get your fingers going.
Is Woody
Google
Hayes,
that.
is
Woody Hayes at Ohio State.
He's punching an opponent as he's running down the sideline. Woody Hayes is
So
that
you trying to tell me Mike Tomlin ain't gonna get a tripping somebody running across down the
well, at
sideline
least he won a
in
Super
Pittsburgh?
Bowl. At least he won a Super Bowl.
Bobby Knight won some champions. He got like at least 2.
He got, but Mike Tomlin didn't get fired for hitting a kid.
I ain't arguing with you.
All right, I'm trying. Come on, like I can't even believe that's a question.
You knew that was coming. They did
I
sneak it
did
in.
not know that.
Am I crazy? Does Woody Hayes have one?
Woody Hayes has a statue.
If you don't jump in here and tell me I'm on fire right now that I'm calling these out,
unbelievable.
Bo Schembechler, and we know some wild stuff happening there too. In Michigan.
I would melt all of those down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they haven't even put one up. You already ready
But
to
you
melt
know
it
what
down.
I would do?
What would you do?
Well, Woody Hayes, throw a wet blanket over it. That's it. And just
right over
cover
there?
it up.
Man, yeah, you knew they're getting it. Bobby Knight was gonna get one.
Bobby Knight.
Is there an
That's
asterisk
awful.
underneath it? Like, he was really good. Won a couple championships, by the way. He might actually smack your kid, but don't worry about it.
We are Fox Sports.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
I'm just trying to give you something spooky. I'll do for you. I'm just trying to give you something. I'm just trying to give you something spooky. I'll do for you. I'm just trying to give you something.
just gone final. Number 3, Duke slapped around Syracuse 101-64. Cameron Boozer scored 22 points, 12 rebounds. Next up for Duke, on Saturday, they'll be taking on the newly minted number 1 Michigan. Michigan supplanted Arizona as number 1 in the AP men's college basketball poll with 60 of 61 first place votes. Starting shortly, number 2 Houston in Ames, Iowa to take on the number 6 Iowa State Cyclones in a major Big 12 showdown. Miami Dolphins made a number of big slashes to their roster on Monday, most notable among them wide receiver Tyreek Hill for estimated over $20 million in cap savings. Also being released, offensive lineman James Daniels, wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. The team also informed linebacker Bradley Chubb of his impending release, but he has not been cut yet. U.S. women's ice hockey defeated Sweden 5-0. Will play Canada in the gold medal match. I'm Chris Perfett.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on your President's Day. And yes, we are here live.
That's right. In the flesh. You can see us on YouTube.
I know a lot of shows took off. I mean, when you listen into the Odd Couple, you're always going to get a show.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Even if I'm here by myself, there's going to be a show.
What's going to be a show the next 48 hours? I don't even know where you're going. Is this your trip up north?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't been off since early December.
You deserve it.
Yeah. I need to take a couple of days, recharge the battery, get drunk. I only got a couple more days.
First of all, you've been enjoying you getting tipsies lately.
Well, I know. But it's
you've been enjoying. You were looking forward to it on Friday. Or Thursday, because then we talked about it on Friday. That Shan Pipple got you.
They got me.
Had you over there.
I was feeling good.
Yeah, I saw it was all in your eyes on your post. I said, oh, my man that has some Shan Pipple up in there.
You know that free Shan Pipple. I'm going to have a lot of it. All right.
Free hit different.
That's right. With the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. That's right. Catch us and all the great Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app and stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of the presets in your iHeartRadio app so that it'll always pop up at the top of your screen. Don't forget, coming up in about 27 minutes, Ken Davidoff, friend of mine, used to be a baseball columnist at the New York Post, worked at Newsday, and he's the co-author of a new book called 101 Lessons from the Dugout.
Nice.
So we'll talk with him. Baseball spring training's underway.
Dude, that's
already.
Crazy.
Baseball season's like 40 days away. Can you believe that? For like 40 days away. Opening day.
I know the players can't believe it. They're like, I'm tired. The ones who went far into the postseason. Right. They're like, man,
it's
we back already?
March 25th, the New York Yankees are at the Giants in San Francisco. I'll be there for that game.
Okay.
And that's the start of the season. And it's a standalone one game on Netflix, and then everybody plays the next day. So it's kind of like.
What made them pick as opposed to the Dodgers and whomever since they won? Just curious. You know, usually like the winner.
Yeah, I just think.
It's a little different.
Yeah, I think it was different.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. I don't think they wanted to do like the Dodgers, Blue Jays again. You know what I mean? And they wanted to take. They didn't want to do Dodgers, Yankees.
I mean, that's two massive markets.
Dodgers, I know, but that seems like, okay, here we go with the Dodgers and the Yankees. The Giants are big market.
That's what I'm saying. I get San Francisco,
West Coast,
Europe.
East Coast. You know what I mean? And I think in other years gone by, who knows? Maybe next year it's the Dodgers and the Mets, or you know what I mean, or the Dodgers, Mets and the Padres, or East Coast, West Coast. I think is a good thing for opening day. But anyway, we do have some football news, Ryan.
Well, before that, we got some.
We did want to say this.
Black
It's
History
Black
moment.
History Month.
Yeah.
And here in Los Angeles, Jim Hill, longtime sportscaster.
You better believe it.
On local television out here, and he played in the NFL. I think he played for the Packers.
Yeah.
And he's been on television now 50 years. Today is like his 50th anniversary, which is incredible. And Ryan, did he start at KABC? Is that right or no?
No, he actually did start at KCBS.
So he started there and then
yes,
moved. Okay.
He was there for 11 years, and then he went to ABC for 5 years, and then
Came back.
Eventually, he rejoined CBS in 1992 and has been there ever since.
Nice. Yeah, well, credit to him. A little Black History moment for those of you. And to the credit of him, he's not just like, oh, L.A. I mean, people who have been trying to get in this business, folks like yourself, a little older than me, he kind of paved the way for a lot of people. Even
I used to watch him when I was in college, and I used to
Exactly.
come visit my aunt out here in L.A., and I remember watching him on TV. And back then, he was on ABC. That's what I remember.
Uh-huh. And it did so much for so many people to say, wow, I can actually do this. I can aspire to be this. You got to think 50 years ago, we're talking, 76. So there was a lot of people who maybe didn't think or it was possible for them to do this or maybe
I
weren't.
remember he was a pro athlete who came out of the NFL.
And that's an early transition from that, going from a pro athlete to doing this and doing it for 50 years. So congrats to him. Long-lasting legacy outside in L.A. and even beyond L.A. So congrats to Mr. Jim Hill. A little Black History during this month.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
And well-deserved. 50 years is an incredible
He always
run.
says, you better believe it.
Yes.
You better believe it.
I'm only on 40. He's got 50.
Are you going to 50?
No. I'm done pretty
Ryan,
soon.
what you think?
Ryan knows. He knows.
Nobody says they're going for 50 or 60. We just look up and they're still going.
Ryan, if I'm here for my 50th year in the media, pimp slap me.
Great, let me
It ain't going to happen.
Robert Duvall, God bless the dead. Robert Duvall just passed today.
95.
95. You think he was probably, oh, no, I'm going to go another, 10. And then they kept giving him movie roles. And he was like, well, you know what? If somebody going to keep calling you, hey, you can do a show from home in your underwear. We don't care. We just want you on. You're going to be like, it's good money.
I'm not doing it.
All right. That inflation hit a little different when you were in New York. You're going to call back like, hey, anybody got any more of them shows?
Dude, I want to let the younger guys get an opportunity.
They sound good.
That's who I am.
Jim Hill's still trying to roll on.
Let the young guys cook.
I do believe we need some alley-oops. Like, go ahead
Yes.
and let the young guys cook a little bit.
Absolutely.
All
All right.
let's get to it.
Yes. Ryan, we had some NFL news today. Big news for Miami.
That's right. The Dolphins released a few players today, but notably Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is no longer a member of the Dolphins. He had signed a 4-year, $120 million extension with the Dolphins in 2022. He agreed to a restructured deal in 24.
Welcome to the NFL.
Yes.
That phony money.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
Phony.
all big phony money.
Yeah, $51 million cap hit this season.
I think, Rob, we talked about this before with him. I think it's twofold with him. One is the shenanigans, and then two, obviously the injury, and then it gets to three. The two of those combined, is it worth the headache? And I think for the Dolphins, I think they're trying to figure out what they're going to do, maybe hit a reset, new coach, new whole system, new whole thing. And then Tua, he's so much money right now.
They're not getting a new quarterback.
They're not getting a new quarterback.
They're not getting a new
I think it's
quarterback
50s,
in Miami,
50
and they're not
million.
getting a new quarterback in Cleveland. Like
Yeah.
the money is suicide if you do that.
And so they're trying to figure out let's see who's what, who's good, who could we keep in as we start to rebuild this process. But specifically with Tyreek Hill, the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs becomes interesting is because we know this. Sometimes there's only one place that will deal with the headache and understand the headache, right? Because other teams, obviously the talent is there, but do I want the minute it's not going his way, if I'm, let's say you're the Falcons, somebody who picks him up, do you go, he starts flirting, sending out tweets, sending out Instagrams back to Patrick Mahomes and sending get me out of here tweets and all that. And I think the Chiefs are one of the only time, now you got Eric Bieniemy back, and I wonder if it's a place where it's like they know how to deal with him. We know how to, this is just him. We know how to deal with Tyreek, or we get the best version of him. And every now and again, there are players in every league that's kind of like that, where the best version comes out with a certain team because everyone else says it's just not worth it. And so it's going to be interesting to see what teams say the ability, the talent, the skills is worth the headache, the teams, the passive aggressiveness,
I'll tell you this.
and all of that.
If I'm Kansas City, you can't keep going back and putting the band back together. Like Eric Bieniemy.
We can't be an old R&B group, an old punk rock group that the guitarist left for 20 years and comes back.
I hate to break it to you, they canceled Soul Train. So
We
no.
can't- Hold on, boy, I'm about to pop lock right now. Keep talking. Wow.
No, I'm just saying like that would be the obvious. Oh yeah, like let's go back to Kansas City. Eric Bieniemy there. We're gonna capture that magic and redo that or whatever. It's not the same team, much older players. You know what I mean? In situations, I just think he left. He went, got paid. He won a Super Bowl. That they should be looking to try to correct stuff. But I don't know if he's the answer. Or as you said, there's too much. What if he gets there and he's not getting the ball again? And it's not the same Patrick Mahomes throwing downfield.
I think I
like,
get what
seriously,
you're saying.
And then right away, here's this cryptic text. Here's this. He's not happy. Remember, he went down and said that Tua was a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes.
But
that's on the
why
record.
I'm asking are they the only – everybody's got that crazy cousin. But only y'all know how to tolerate and or deal with him or get the best version of him, right? He goes somewhere else, you hear about him getting kicked out the club or this, that, and the other. Him and his girlfriend getting into it. But he's out with us. We know just enough how to, all right, come on. Let's leave now. Or, all right, no more drinks for him. How many had? 3? All right, we know that's his last one. You know how to manage him, and I'm wondering if that's the best scenario because I don't think anyone else who has that equity with him, who has that ability to check him. Patrick Mahomes can probably check him more than anybody else. Eric Bieniemy, Andy Reid, these guys can say, hey, man, hey. Lock in, focus. Where other people, if they don't have that time in, that equity, that sweat equity, then he kind of can start to roll his eyes, start to get bored. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just
saying,
wondering,
like,
is that the only place?
If you're the Chiefs and those are your moves, bringing back Eric Bieniemy, bringing back Tyreek Hill and all that stuff, I'm starting to question, like, what is the game plan here? Seriously.
Well, I mean, I look at like a Josh McDaniels coming back with the Patriots and it worked for them.
No, it didn't work because he didn't make any adjustments in the Super Bowl.
Well, no, not when it got. Okay. Hey, I wasn't talking about this verb. I was talking about some years ago when he came back from the Raiders. But it did work. Got to the Super Bowl, Rob. Dang it, there were 4 wins last year. Now they in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
We've seen some people come back.
I don't know. I'm always questioning that. Like, to me. Like, I get it. Let's put the band back together. That's why that's the old saying, because people used to put the band back together.
Yeah.
You broke up for a reason, right? You broke up for a reason. And I get it.
His was, want to be used, make all the bread, make all the money I can
I get it. And now he'd have to go back and, take a cut. Is he going to be happy with that? Or could he go to another team where they value him? What is he coming off of ACL, though, right?
Yes. Well, he came off of every L. ACL, PC, I'm making it up, but man, it was bad. That was remember his whole foot and leg was dangling. It looked awful. But it serves a greater good for them in that we keep talking about it. They need more of a threat.
But wait a minute. This is my issue. I'm going to push back on you.
Okay.
Last year when they brought those guys in and they had the 3 or 4 games against bad teams, you were like, oh, no, they're back. They have their receivers.
Yeah.
Now you're saying that they don't. So what?
Well,
I'm just saying
he's elite when he's at his best.
But when they got those guys back and they put up,
Rashee Rice, is good. Worthy, really good, kind of a scat backing receiver.
No, but you were high on them that they had gotten their magic back.
I was high as Snoop, but dang it, the weed went out or something like that because it was not working. And I'm saying
synthetic.
It was synthetic. Yeah, it wasn't the real deal. That Cali or something. My goodness, I was thinking they were going to be cooking and they weren't.
They cooked against bad teams, and then when they played better teams,
I thought they were cooking and ended up being just boiled hot dogs. Ain't that something? But I'm wondering if this is again because all right, let's take Kansas City aside. What other teams are looking like? If you're Buffalo. Hey, man, what did we mention? Buffalo needed weapons.
Baltimore.
It's just Josh Allen. If you're Baltimore, like, man, could you imagine we got a guy like that? Is it worth it? Do you say we take a 1-year flyer on him, some type of 2-year deal where the second year is our option? 1 year, $25 million or something. I got to look at all the how all this works financially. But just do you take a flyer on him? Because if you're a handful of these teams who are right there, and you just say again a Buffalo, a Baltimore, here, the Chargers. Chargers need threats. They don't have any real deep threats. If you're the Chargers, you say, man, if you're Justin Herbert, dude, I'm tired of having to run for my life out here. We get the offensive line straightened out, and then I have another weapon. If you're the Texans, Nico Collins is a beast, but can I use another one? If you're C.J. Stroud,
can C.J. get him the ball?
I know,
I'm just asking.
I know.
Sorry.
So there are the handful of teams
soon?
look, I told you they beat him so bad they beat him into a haircut. He cut his dreads, Ryan. He was like, nah, I need a whole new me. New year, new me.
He just didn't want to be recognized when he went out in Houston. That's why he got his dreads. Is that
we go tighten up the dreads? They're like, no, cut him off.
Right. Is that C.J. Stroud? Nah, that's not him.
No, that ain't him. No, he got dreads, right? That was a good one, right? So, yeah. Would you take a flyer if you're Baltimore and you're Lamar and you say, we had a down year, we're not used to that, we're coming back better than ever. Do you take a flyer?
I mean, that could be something. I mean, they got some other issues, and people got to hold on to the ball. We talked about it. But he's one of those players. I'm going to vote against Kansas City, and that he should go somewhere else. And Buffalo, Baltimore. If you got any other places that you think he would fit, and we want to hear from you, especially, maybe you believe that he should go to Kansas City. So are you saying Kansas City?
I'm saying I'm on the phone, bring this old thing back. We bringing the band back together. In the words of Britney Spears, hit me, baby, one more time. I'm giving it one more crack at it.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369.
Not Travis Kelce, he can go. Travis Kelce
can go. Okay.
We don't need a full band.
Why not? He's on the band. He's in the band.
No, we just need the deep throat. We need the guitarist, man, the lead guitarist.
Should the Chiefs put the band back together, bring Tyreek Hill back in? Should he go somewhere else? I'm done with the band, the boy band. I'm breaking it up for good.
You want him to start his own band?
Exactly. Go ahead and do your own thing. Start Menudo or something. I'm just saying. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. I want to hear from you. What should the Chiefs do? What should Tyreek Hill do? What would be the best circumstance? It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday, President's Day, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you're trying to reunite Menudo in the U.S.
Oh,
of A.
very nice.
ESPN MLB insider Jeff Pass. I think he's a friend of yours, Rob. I think he's talked to your class a couple times.
Yes, he has. Absolutely.
I would say he's a friend of the show, but he doesn't come on the show. In any event,
he can't come on the show.
He can, but we like him. Published a long-form piece on Thursday discussing the labor discussions between MLB owners and the Players Association. According to Passan, nearly every owner believes that baseball needs a salary cap because they believe it would, one, immediately juice the franchise values because the labor costs would be fixed and it would be lower than some other teams. And number two, and to them most importantly, they believe the only pathway to competitive balance is to have a salary cap. In fact, according to Passan, one high-ranking team official said, quote, if they are not getting their salary cap for the next CBA, quote, they are ready to burn the effing house down. Passan suggests that if that happens, we could have a lockout for the first time, or the worst labor war since 1994, of course.
But we haven't had one since then.
But if you recall, Rob, and listeners of the show will know this, the World Series was canceled that year for the first time in 90 years. So if Passan's right and this executive is right, they're willing to pull the plug on everything in Major League Baseball.
I'm going to say this. And a couple of years ago, I think it might have been before 2020, remember, before there was a labor deal. That was the last one. And people thought, that was the COVID, that it wasn't going to happen. And remember, there's been a long labor peace with baseball. Prior to that, every 4 or 5 years there was stoppage, or the season started late, or they missed some games, lockout, players. There was always a fight, okay? And since 94, they got it. After they took away the World Series from fans, baseball had to pay. People were so mad, and it took the home run chase by Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa to bring people back to baseball. Like, for all the stuff that they rip on those guys and the juice and all that, that saved baseball.
100%.
You remember that?
Well, that's why they turned a blind eye.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
That saved baseball.
100%.
ESPN used to break in and show their at-bats. I don't care what was on. They would break in, and here's Mark McGwire coming up. Here's Sammy Sosa coming up. Every at-bat was on ESPN.
Now you can keep that going for another couple of years with Barry Bonds, too.
Exactly. So I do not, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, my God, nothing's going to happen, whatever, and I get what's at stake. But do you see, and we talk about it more than anybody on national radio, the resurgence of baseball, the last 5 years especially. You got the Dodgers that are the evil empire. People, you need you need a villain.
Yeah.
They're the villain.
Yep.
You got all these other good teams. You got teams that are making it to the World Series. They're not all the big markets. The Texas Rangers won a World Series. It kind of negates or talks about, you're talking about competitive balance. We just brought it up the other night. The last 10 years, baseball has had more different champions than the NFL, which is the parity league, right? Supposedly the parity league. More teams have been in the championship in baseball than in the NFL. 13 teams, different teams, in the last 10 years, and only 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, we got that actually.
You remember that?
Yeah, there's those numbers. I'll get them for you.
Yep.
Keep going. Yep.
And my point is, we just saw a World Series that didn't have a second American team in it. The ratings were what, Kelvin? Through the roof. Without the Toronto and Canada numbers, TV numbers, because they don't count for the American television ratings.
You undersold baseball, by the way.
What was it?
So since the turn of the century, more MLB franchises have won championships, 16, than in the NHL, 14, NFL, 13, NBA, 12.
And those other leagues have the salary cap.
Yeah.
So we know that. The Yankees haven't won since 2009. The Mets, who had the highest payroll last year, didn't make the playoffs and haven't won since 1986.
Yep.
So when I hear all this, it sounds good. Everybody's on the same bay. Everybody's got Kansas City has the same payroll as the Yankees. Really? Really? Guess what? The Kansas City Royals have won a World Series more recently than the Yankees.
Then they go to 2?
Yeah.
They won one. Yeah. No, listen, you're 1,000% correct. We've talked about this a million times. Baseball, you don't know who's going to win. It doesn't matter if you have a bunch of players on your team. A team can get hot at the right time.
The Dodgers were 1 or 2 outs away from not winning this past year.
And the Dodgers had been winning but never winning at all for a handful of years. They kept getting there but not winning at all. So it doesn't matter. We talked about the Rangers. We talk about the Angels. We talk about the Nationals. We talk about the Royals.
The Diamondbacks
the Tigers
have been
to like 3 or 4 World Series in the last 10, 15 years. So that's what makes this amazing in baseball, is that it doesn't matter necessarily. Now, I think also they're trying to do what we talk about is that floor. They're trying to bring up some teams that have in the last 10 years only spent like $300 million, where you got some teams currently spending $300 million a year. So they're trying to find that balance of a salary cap and a salary floor. So some teams have to spend more, and some teams obviously you're gonna, this is the max you can spend. It is Fox Sports Radio, your boys. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. You like that, Ryan? Check out the brand new YouTube channel. We are there right now, on it as we speak. Shout out to Elijah. Who? Yep, that's right, Elijah. Got us up looking good and pretty. YouTube, all you got to do is go there and search Odd Couple FSR. You'll find us. Like, share, comment away. Speaking of which, Ryan, if you got any, take a look. We'll take some calls here. If you got any before we get to training, you can pull out a few. That'd be cool. On the way.
Or after calls.
Or after calls, either way, but, the next few minutes.
Yep.
Ken Davidoff, he is the co-author of 101 Lessons from the Dugout. We'll talk to him, talk some baseball with him in just a little bit. Right now, all right, Tyreek Hill, Rob. The Dolphins let him go. They released him. Still young, still talented. Obviously, we'll have to see what he is coming off of injury. But I would imagine there will be some interest. Where do you want him to land? Maybe with your team? Should the band get back with Kansas City? You over that team? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right, let's kick it off with Eric in Austin. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Eric?
What's up, Rob? What's up, Kelvin? How you guys doing, man?
What up, E?
We're doing good.
So, Rob, I wholeheartedly disagree with you. I think Tyreek Hill is absolutely going to run it back in Kansas City. You can book it now. Here's why.
All right, you want to bet wings? Let's bet wings on that, okay?
We can bet wings on it. Yeah, we can bet wings
All
on
right.
it. Let me know when you're in Austin again, Rob.
Okay.
All right, listen. When Tyreek Hill got traded, first of all, he didn't want to leave Kansas City. We all know it's about the money, whatever, right? But ever since he got traded, the Kansas City had to shift their whole philosophy in terms of how they approach the offensive side of the football, okay?
They went to the Super
Tyreek
Bowl
Hill-
back-to-back without
Yeah,
him.
but
Come on, man.
Rob,
Come
Rob,
on.
Hold on, Rob. I didn't say they weren't successful. I said they shifted their philosophy, which they did.
I mean, that is true.
When Tyreek Hill
That is
was
true.
there, when Tyreek Hill was there, it was bombs away. Okay.
They had to
Yeah, but
nickel and dime
they
you.
still went to the Super Bowl.
Rob, can I get my point out?
Go ahead.
All right, listen. I didn't say they were successful. I just said they shifted philosophy, which they did. They leaned into the defense and run the football, which is what they've been doing, right? Tyreek Hill is 2 seasons removed from putting up 1,800 yards with bad quarterback play in Miami. Okay, you bring him back to Kansas City. Yeah, Mahomes is out the first half of the season. He's probably going to be out the whole next season anyway, too. Let them get it right. Let them build the O-line back up. Eric Bieniemy came back, like you said. Yes, this is a situation where you get the band back together. Why? Because you're trying to position yourself to take full advantage of Patrick Mahomes in his prime. That's what they should do.
All right. E, appreciate it.
All right.
He's on my side. Who we got next?
How about Rodney in Waco, Texas? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Rodney?
Hey, not much, guys. How you guys doing?
Man, we're doing great on this
Appreciate the call.
President's Day. Absolutely.
Yes, we can.
Hey, I would love to see Tyreek go to my Dallas Cowboys, but the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, Lord, that's just a travesty in the making.
Why? You think so?
Yeah, they're not good right now, which means he's going to be tapped out. You know, he's going to, by week 6, he's going to be sending out tweets. He might be in them Vegas streets. I don't know. I get it. I get the sentiment, but, ooh, that's.
Might be
you
too
wouldn't be
much.
nervous? Tyreek in Vegas?
Yeah, maybe.
On a bad team?
Plenty of things to do.
Come on, bruh.
All right. Chili Tim in Atlanta.
Chili know what I'm talking about.
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chili?
What's up, Pretty Rickies? How you guys doing?
That's what they call us. Pretty
Is that
Ricky.
Pretty Ricky? Is that it?
Pretty Ricky, what they call us.
Calvin said that Elijah had you guys looking pretty, so I called you Pretty Ricky.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we were the pretty boys back in high school.
Yeah,
That's what they called the PBs.
I was not a pretty boy in high school ever. How about that?
We seen the picture.
Okay.
You was 42 in high school.
I was right.
I don't think Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City is about the gang getting back together. And the reason why we were Baltimore and Buffalo is this. If I'm a new coach, I might have 3 years, and I'm trying to establish my voice and my culture in the locker room. I don't think I want a guy like Tyreek Hill in my locker room as a new coach. I think
I can understand
that is not the time that you want that type of dude in your locker room. So that's why I think the Chiefs made more sense because Bieniemy and Andy Reid, they've been there before. They had him, but as a new coach and a young quarterback, those are two types of people I don't think he.
I hear you, but I think
the locker room.
sometimes, Tim, when you start doing that, like I've seen coaches do this. When coaches came to Detroit, they're bringing players from the old place that they used to be at. You know what I mean? Like you got to be careful. He was there. He left. You still had success when he wasn't there. He's not the missing piece.
What is then? If it ain't him,
They
I mean,
got
not singularly
to
him,
replace
but I
the
mean,
quarterback. I'm just saying.
My headphones are. I'm sorry. What was that? Oh, you was talking about somebody else, not Kansas City.
I'm just saying.
Stop it, Rob. I'll give you 2 quarterbacks that you would take over him. I'll give you Lamar and Josh just because I know how you feel. You ain't taking no more over him.
No. He's still
All right.
He's still fine.
I appreciate that.
He's just changed.
No, I appreciate you right there
He's
because
changed.
you fought hard. You had to take a sip of that Coke real quick and do I really gonna say
Matter of
something
fact,
crazy?
I want to get a refund on this drink.
What is it old or something?
No, I put in money for a Diet Coke, and they gave me a Coke Zero.
Oh,
It's
you don't
not
like Coke
the-
Zero?
No, but it's not the same.
It's not the
fall-
same. It's sweeter.
It's sweeter.
The aspartame or whatever they
Don't
use.
say
is sweeter.
I'm buying a Diet Coke and there's no Diet Coke to be had.
Yeah, it is sweeter. I'm a more of a Coke Zero person, but that's just me. All right. Any more? We getting to Chris.
Wait a minute, real quick though. We got some.
We got some YouTubians.
Yes.
Some YouTube comments. The Odd Mob. What they saying, Ryan?
Sure. Yeah, we got Eric Lewis saying a healthy Tyreek Hill might mess around and have Mahomes throwing for 5,000 plus yards again. He's still very explosive, and the rapport with him and Mahomes and Reed it was unmatched.
Okay.
One thing I noticed earlier on in the show is there were I can't find them right now, but there were a couple comments about your hat, Kelvin. And a couple people had said that your hat is somehow offensive to the Dodgers. For those who don't see it, he's wearing a Dodger hat, but the logo is upside down.
Yeah. Right, L.A. is upside down.
Yeah. Here I am thinking it was fly.
It's A-L.
Yeah.
It's A-I.
Shout out to Al.
It's
A-I. It was A-I?
It's A-I.
Hey, it's right side up. But why they saying it's offensive? Because it's upside down? Come on, they better get trendy.
They're saying that, the upside down logo is meant to disrespect the team. However, I don't agree.
You don't agree with that, man? Come on, step
The other hat that's really bad, have you seen the one that has the Mets NY and the Yankees NY on it on the front?
Oh,
really? Who wears that?
That would be like an Angels and a Dodgers hat.
Right? Like it has the NY on both sides.
Oh, they just saying I'm full New York?
I think I saw one of the former New York mayors wearing that, Eric Adams.
Was he wearing it? We're both.
I think he wore that once.
Was he Mayor Adams or former then at the time?
Meaning,
was he trying to unite him?
Mayor Adams. He was either trying to get elected or was Mayor Adams at the time.
Yeah, that's why he's trying to get all both. He's trying to get.
I just wonder who put the hat on his head because he had handcuffs on, so he couldn't put it on.
Well, does he have handcuffs?
No.
Look,
he got pardoned.
That's what I'm saying. When you know certain people,
they dropped the case against him.
Boy, I tell you, we're in some wild times. My day, the first portion of my day. Doing news, Spectrum News 1, and the people I got to interview, this conversation we got to have, then I come over here. Boy, I live two different lives.
I believe it, man.
Because I come here, it's completely different. And then the other part, it's like, woo. That's why I like our show. We got to get to be serious at times, but have fun at times. We be needing it. We do
fun
be needing
and informative. That's the
right.
radio show game plan. It's real simple. A lot of guys can't get it right.
That's right.
Simple.
We got it on lock. All right, Kevin Davidoff. I don't know why I called him Kevin. Look at that. Let's start over. Ken Davidoff getting ready to join us here, co-author of 101 Lessons from the Dugout right now. Chris Perfett is going to get us set. Woo! Bars.
Woo! All right, let's get to the college basketball. Number 3 Duke demolishing Syracuse 101-64, the final score. Monday has been a bit of a chamber of nightmares for Syracuse this year. At North Carolina earlier, their largest deficit was 32. Now they fall a 37-point defeat at the hands of the number 3 Duke Blue Devils. Duke star Cameron Boozer with a 22-point, 12-rebound game. Next up for Duke is a showdown with newly minted number 1 Michigan on Saturday. Michigan claims 60 of 61 first-place votes in the new AP Men's College Basketball Poll, supplanting Arizona for the top spot in the nation, coming off their demolishing of UCLA over the weekend. Number 2, Houston on the road in Ames, Iowa, taking on number 6 Iowa State. The Cougars have jumped out to a 26-21 lead, about 8 minutes to go in the first half in that game. Earlier in the day in the NFL, the Miami Dolphins made some big slashes to their roster. Most notable among the cuts, wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Hill had just restructured his contract back in 2024. Hill took to social media to say thank you to the city of Miami and said that the Cheetah will be back. Over in Milano Cortina at the 2026 Winter Olympics, U.S. women's ice hockey defeated Sweden 5-0. They'll play Canada in the gold medal game for the 7th time in Olympic history. And there's a first time to everything, so never give up. American bobsledder Ilana Myers-Taylor at age 41 claiming her first gold medal in the Olympic Games. She becomes the oldest American woman to claim a first-time gold medal in the Winter Olympics. She had been medaled 5 times before, but never gold. She claims gold in the monobob. American Kaylee Humphreys took home the bronze in the same event. And the Cleveland Browns are hiring Falcons passing game coordinator Mike Rutenberg to their defensive coordinator position. The previous defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, had declared his departure from the organization earlier in this year after he was passed over for the head coaching vacancy for Todd Monken. Rob and Kelvin, it's been fun. You guys stay safe out there. See you Starside.
You as well, man. Hop on that arc or something to get across these these L.A. streets out here, man. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Magic City Monday. And we got last call on the way right now. Ken Davidoff, co-author of 101 Lessons from the Dugout. Ken Davidoff, you can find him there on X. What's up, Ken? How you doing, man?
Ken.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Of course, and we should say Ken Davidoff, one of the fine baseball writers in this country. He worked at the New York Post for a decade, and before that, Newsday. And Ken has been covering Major League Baseball for a long time. So, Ken, great to have you on the show, my friend. And you got a new book out, 101 Lessons from the Dugout. Lesson number 1, don't bring a beer into the dugout when the game is going on. Right, Ken? Is that the
funny? That is
first
funny.
lesson?
Oh, my goodness. Only you, Rob. Only you.
Tell us about your book.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it's targeted for readers 12 and up, and it is about the life lessons that can be learned from the great games of baseball and softball. I co-wrote it with a gentleman named Harley Rothbart, who you surely have not heard of, but he is a parenting expert and a pediatrician. And
Nice.
so we kind of combined our perspectives. You know, Harley spending his whole professional life dealing with children and their parents, and me covering the game at the highest level. And we hope that we've put together like a positive, sweet book, just reinforcing the value of these games.
I like that. I like that because we often talk about, we get on the X's and O's or yelling at players and coaches, but there are so many lessons that can be learned from the game. What lesson are we learning right now when it comes to Rob and I we do a lot of baseball on this show, and one of the things we've enjoyed is the kind of the renaissance, the resurgence of the game.
The
and
last
its
4
popularity.
years, baseball has really,
Without a doubt, it's kind of hit a hot streak. But now we might go back to 94 here, Ken, where they might have a lockout in the next season. What are you making of all this beef between the players in the union and also the league?
Yeah, it's serious, obviously, and I think the Kyle Tucker signing only turned up the temperature by the Dodgers. And I think there's clearly a desire within the ownership ranks for a salary cap, and there's some difference of opinion within the player ranks too about the best way to move forward. I think there's certainly a sentiment within the player ranks that the top 1% get a higher percentage than maybe they should compared relative to their peers. So a lot of things to track on both sides, and yeah, the concern level should be quite high.
Here's the only issue and pushback I have with the whole salary cap. If you just want to have a salary cap because you just want to control the amount of money, then fine. Ken, whenever they throw around the competitive balance argument, it just doesn't work for me. Because I don't care how much money you spend. The Mets had the highest payroll last year. Did they make the playoffs?
Right.
No, they didn't. The Dodgers were 2 outs away from being $1 billion bust last year, right? They don't get that big home run and come back to win that against the Blue Jays. I can go on and on and on. When you put the NFL, which brags about its parity, in the last 10 years, baseball's actually had more different champions and more teams in the finals, or you know what I mean, the World Series compared to the Super Bowl or whatever. So that's the argument that I can't embrace, because baseball actually, we saw Kansas City Royals win a World Series, the Texas Rangers. It's not just the big markets. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, Rob. I think the concern right now is really specific to the Dodgers, right? I mean, you mentioned the Mets. I think the Mets had the number 2 payroll last year.
Okay, I thought they were just a little bit ahead, but you might be right. Go ahead.
I think so. But bottom line is the Dodgers seem to have figured it out, right? Like you're right. They came close to not winning it all, but they won it all. And when you spend that much money and make that much revenue, and then you succeed at that level, it creates a problem, because the Milwaukee Brewers fan says, well, our team is doing everything right, and we just can't compete. We can't sign Kyle Tucker in the Milwaukee market, so that's the concern there.
Yeah. See, my only pushback would be Kansas City won a World Series. Texas Rangers won a World Series.
The Angels, the Marlins.
I could just go on and on and on. The Cubs took 150 years to win one. They're a big market team.
Yeah.
So that's my pushback. But anyway.
Well, yeah, my pushback would be it's specific to the Dodgers right at this very moment.
Yeah, no, and I get it. When the Dodgers spending the kind of money that they're spending, people are concerned. Tell us again about the book and how people can get it. And really, this book is geared towards younger people, right? And lessons that they can learn and take from either playing softball or and Ken, I coached Little League when I was in New York, when I was a columnist at Newsday. And I went back to my old Little League, St. Albans Little League, and I'm going to drop a name. LL Cool J played in our Little League right after I got out. He's younger than me, right after I got out of the league. And I remember when I came back to coach Ken, we got blown out in a game. I grabbed the kids off the field and put them in the dugout. I stood over them, yelled at them. Did you enjoy that? We lost by like 12 runs or something. Did you enjoy that? You know, and I yelled at him, and the littlest kid who was a catcher, he looked up, Dimitri, I'll never forget his name, looked up at me with these big brown eyes. He batted them a couple times, and he said, yeah, Coach, we had fun today. And I was like, okay, I'm good. And I took them all to McDonald's right after that because I felt like a heel.
Yeah.
But, Ken, there's stories for kids to learn, right, in playing sports.
Yeah, absolutely, Rob. And what we do is we break it down into 101 chapters. Each chapter is only a page or two. And we just kind of break it down, all the different components of the game, starting in the dugout itself, then at the plate, then on base, then in the field, then on the mound, and then what we call extra innings. So like chapter 2 is, you're not in the starting lineup today. How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to react to that? Are you going to put your head down and drag all day, or are you going to keep your head up and say, all right, well, I'm going to prove to the coach that he or she was wrong. I'm going to, when I get my chance coming to bat later or pinch running later, I'll show them that I can be the best pinch hitter or pinch runner, and maybe I should be in the starting lineup the next time. And the same deal when you try out for a school play, and maybe you don't get the lead role, but you get your 2 lines. I'm going to hit the heck out of those 2 lines and prove that I deserve more the next time.
All right. And where can people get your book, Ken?
Yeah.
They can get it at Amazon, at Bloomsbury.com. That's the publisher, and hopefully at a bookstore near you.
All right. Good stuff. And those lessons can be learned. Adults can use those, reminded of those lessons as well.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And forward is by David Wright of the Mets.
Oh, nice. Very nice. All right, man. Hey, we appreciate you, Ken. Thank you for your time, man. Wishing you all the best.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
No doubt. 877-99 on Fox. Rob, we're already here already.
Last call already?
That's right. 877-99 on Fox. Your chance to get in before we call it a show. See Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
James Harden got dealt to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and James, they've been pretty good since he's got there. They're scoring pretty at a high clip, and he's distributing the ball. Jared Allen looks great catching lobs from James Harden. He played his first home game for the Cavs earlier this week. And after the game, he was asked about the idea of loyalty because he's bounced around from team to team over the last few years. And his answer raised some eyebrows. Take a listen.
And the whole quote-unquote loyalty thing I think it's overrated. I think this is a business at the end of the day, and it's a lot of money involved and a lot of decisions that has to be made. You know what I mean? So, like, if a player isn't producing, or if you don't see him in the future, or front office, some of them have to do like a job and want to keep their job. So they gotta feel like they gotta do what's best for to keep their job, and they trade players. Or if a guy isn't happy and he wants to be traded to somewhere else, then it's a problem. It's just so many different dynamics that go into it. This is a business at the end of the day. So, like, not even just the NBA, but like people that have normal jobs have those same problems. It's just not magnified.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
James Harden, maybe it's because you guys want to play too long. There used to be the loyalty thing. People play 12 or 13 years,
and they played for one team. Isaiah Thomas played for the Pistons, right? Joe Dumars played his whole 14 years there. There are situations like that. Michael Jordan played. He did go to the Bulls after they didn't want to bring back Phil Jackson. Okay. But the idea that someone is supposed to hold on to you for now, guys are playing 17, 18. Tom Brady played till he was 45, and they're supposed to hold on to you, pay you all this money, and in a lot of cases, these guys aren't even the face of the team or not the best player anymore. So I get it when you talk about the loyalty factor, but I also understand the business part of it. You can't hold on to people too long. We talk about the Celtics all the time. What did they do? They held on to Larry Bird, held on to Robert Parrish, held on to Kevin McHale. They didn't trade any of those guys. And guess what happened? They went 20 years without winning a championship because they couldn't turn it over. And I'm just saying, like, even in those guys, they were loyal to them. They didn't play 20 years, 18 years. And I've seen some loyalty. The Yankees, Derek Jeter played 20 years in the Bronx. 20 years. That's a long time. But I'm not mad at teams or owners who make a business decision after a guy's playing that many years. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you played 12 or something years and you only wanted to play for a team, Tim Duncan, he didn't go anywhere.
No.
He played his entire career. So to say that there's no loyalty, I don't buy that. There is loyalty, but it has to fit in with the team and where you are. Even Tim Duncan took a step back, right? He wasn't. It was about Tony Parker. It was about Kawhi Leonard. He was still on it.
That's the key part, right there.
He was still there, but he wasn't. He wasn't the highest paid. He wasn't the face, like the new face of the organization.
So you said
Steph
something.
is still in New Orleans. Steph is still.
You led me to where I'm
we
going.
go.
I get his sentiment. I do believe things have changed. I do believe athletes, and by the way, I'm talking 15, 16-year-old athletes are brand-minded because kids can get NIL, kids are aware, kids have YouTube brands, kids come into college already stars because they got mixtapes and everything on YouTube. So Rob G, how long they been telling me Mikey Williams is about to be the next guy in college basketball and all that in the NBA? We've been talking about him for 7, 8 years, and he's not even in a great college right now. But he had great mixtapes. My point is, branding has changed. Sports marketing has changed. The money's gotten crazy right now. So the idea of just simply playing for, you want to be compensated, but pride mattering, that's changed. You talk about the All-Star game. Part of that was pride. Yeah, we're getting paid and we make good money, but I want to beat you. I want to say the East is better, or I'm better than this two-guard. Like Jordan used to take offense to the idea that Clyde Drexler was close to him. Stop saying this, dude. I'm about to go bust his head. Pride is changing because everything's a business move. I don't want to be in a dunk contest. Why? What's the game?
All they can do is lose, and then they're going to hold it against me.
If I lose,
right.
they're going to say, well, LeBron, and they're going to roast me, and it's going to look bad on my brand. I said that to say I get his point, and I don't disagree with that. But that's what makes the loyalty that we do see and we do have in sports rare. And it's rare and it's special. And you mentioned that's why when Greg Popovich, who's been having some health issues, comes out on that court, and you see the way Tim Duncan and Manu and Parker and the guys look at him, you know it's something real. You know they love him. When you see, you just mentioned, the adoration that Steve Kerr has, love it or hate it, for Draymond, for Steph Curry. Like, they have this thing, and even the owners, they all bought into something, and they've been rocking together for now, better part of 15 years or so. So when you see loyalty, when you see a commitment to a team, an organization, or a coach to players, it is something. Fox Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. Thank you to Ken Davidoff, who joined us, co-author of 101 Lessons from the Dugout. Check out his book. You can find it on Amazon and also go to his page, Ken Davidoff. You can find him there and also have some more information on him. All right, Rob, it is time now for Last Call.
This is the last call.
Last call time on the Odd Couple.
Last call. Who we got?
MJ from New Orleans. You are the last caller here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports. There we go.
Daddy.
We got there. What's up, MJ?
What up, man? How y'all doing, man?
Man, good. Our Beignet brother, we're doing all right.
Say that, man. Peace to the Odd Couple 3.5. You know, there's been different iterations of the show.
3.5, not 3 or 4.
Wait a minute, is that what we on now?
Yeah, we on half right now.
Come on, man. I type that every time I type in, man. Come on, man.
That's right.
Roll with it, man.
Let's roll.
Happy
with it.
Monday, Gras, man.
Come on.
Happy Monday, Gras. That's what it's called on Monday here. Rob, keep your shirt on also. I know if you was down here, you had your shirt up. Keep your shirt on.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Who did you lose to playing one-on-one back in the day, man?
Nancy
what lady that
Lieberman,
was?
the Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Nancy Lieberman Klein. Hey, you've been the hate the NBA guy since that, I think. Check this out.
That's pretty funny, actually.
The 2026 NBA All-Star Game was reported as a sellout in the Woods at 15,973 in attendance. Now, just because, like you guys always say, they might leave tickets or something, but that don't mean people are going because the best seat in the house, we all know, is in front of an 80-inch TV, right?
No, it ain't. I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you this, MJ. This is where you're wrong.
Football it is. I don't care what nobody tell me.
There's something as somebody who's covered sports for 40 years, live events, no. If you, and I get it, if you told me and it wasn't an expense thing, I get not paying $700 to have the worst seat in the house. But the difference between being at home, even with an 80-incher and the surround sound, and being at a game, and I've covered plenty of games, big moments, it ain't the same feeling. I don't care what anybody tells you. It ain't.
I'd rather go to an NBA game, but football.
Did you watch those Bears games and the people in the freezing cold go crazy?
I'll give you what is
in
your
those
team.
moments.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Your team in the big moment for sure. But I just mean in general. Your
That's
team
all I'm saying.
is different.
Right.
I went to the Lions, Rams
You've
when they
been
were out
there,
here, like
right?
different, right there on the field. But yeah, when it's just a casual game, oh yeah. Go
Back in the
ahead, Ben,
days
brother.
Yeah. $5 tickets though also. But also, man, pro sports, we know this, aren't salary-based ticket sales, blizzies, peanuts, and Coke products either, right?
Yeah, the Glizzy's got to relax. And first of all, can we get back to hot dogs? But yeah, that's the other thing too, man. What you got to spend to feed your homie, your family, your girl, whoever you brought to the game, Rob? Don't have the nerve. Somebody want to. Oh, it's cold. Can I get a hoodie?
Well, but
girl,
that's what
hoodie, $150.
Hey,
It's
in San Francisco, like people don't know they go to Pac Bell for the first time. It is freezing. They sell those $80 hoodies.
LA gets cold when the sun goes down at the wrong
right.
the
And
wrong
if you
time.
go there
Stop
with
it,
shorts on and a T-shirt, because you were all around all day, and then the sun goes down, you need a hoodie, and you're going to pay $85. Come on,
give me all your money. Yeah, appreciate the call, MJ. Yeah, it gets carried away with it when and then parking. Somebody told me. It was so you had to get shuttled in there. How they do that with media?
Yeah, they shuttled you in
from somewhere. From where?
From the airport, Weston.
Okay.
Oh, so it was real easy.
Yeah.
You know, Inglewood. It's like literally a 10-minute ride.
Because I heard parking for everyone else was like $80, and I'm like, dang. So $80 to park, minimum just for yourself. What, $30 to eat minimum? Between a drink and some chicken strips and fries, if you will. Like, and don't have the nerve to buy a T-shirt. It's expensive out here in these live event streets, man. Concerts, hoodies. It gets expensive, man, without a doubt.
Imagine,
overall,
and you know that.
Yeah, overall, I enjoyed it though. I thought NBA had a great start. Now it's going to be the sequel. How can they follow it up, if possible? How can they make this thing sustainable for another year so that you got some momentum going and do what baseball's done? Get cooking again. And then start talking about a lockout. I don't know what your sport is doing. They need to listen. You go write an article on this on MLB Bro. Tell them they're tripping.
I'm not happy about it, but we'll see what happens. I think there's always a chance something.
All right, go get drunk. Get out of here. Go get drunk
we'll see
for
you
a couple
in a few days. And, hey, I'll be back. That's all right.
We ain't thinking about you. We'll be all right. Go get drunk. Enjoy yourself. No, I want you to go have fun.
I'm going to go have fun.
Yeah, I want you to find somebody out there, too.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I'll be drunk, so maybe it'll happen.
Yeah, there you go. Let's make sure it ain't them goggles.
All right, the Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that? So he